Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Bossfish Network. I'm your host, Eli Excited, and we joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Ed. How are you this fine evening?
I am doing fantastic. Everybody, we have did our direct recap for the Nintendo Direct Partners showcase, so you guys can check that out, and you can also read our recap on bossfish.net. And then Corey, we got some news real late at night, but it's a rumor.
Oh yeah, it was like real late. Yeah, it's part of the show. Ed, you read the doc?
No,
I don't think he did.
I know, but
Clearly.
I know, but I just need. I just.
You want to move it to the top of the show instead of the where it's at?
No, we're gonna do it in Fam News. We're gonna do it in Fam News. But I'm not saying what it was, but it's just like we talked about it and we both were hyped and like the possibilities that would come from this rumor and everything. So I'm super excited to be talking about that with you, because now I have high hopes. So,
yeah, I don't. Things like that for Nintendo don't. I mean, web pages like that don't happen by accident for Nintendo. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Nintendo is extremely careful about things like that, and to have two mistakes, one, it being a support page for a product that doesn't exist yet, and B, that it was published early. Two mistakes on the same thing is very unlike Nintendo. So
yes, very, very true. So, but yeah, I'm super excited to watch the Nintendo Direct partner showcase. I'm glad to kind of be off on this weekend. Getting a chance to relax and game and not worry about stuff before I get into the hecticness of Super Bowl Sunday. And congrats. Yeah, and when you guys see this Wednesday, congratulations to the winner of the Super Bowl. I don't know who it is.
Well, we know it's not the Browns.
I feel like that is like big shade.
Whoops.
So, but also, this week we also have Valentine's Day, which I have to work the Valentine's Day weekend. So
don't we all? No, I'm just kidding. I used to,
yeah,
but not now.
Well, I think probably Thursday and Friday we're going to be busy. Luckily, I'm not at work Friday because Friday is Friday the 13th, and I am off. And I have something very special happening that day that I'm super excited about, that I can't say right now, but you guys will see it sometime in the future. But Saturday on actual Valentine's Day, I have to work, and I'm like, crap. So I know there's supposed to be a lot of maybe some liquor going out. I know the Valentine's stuff is just going to be decimated, dude. Because everybody started getting the Valentine's Day stuff, but like Thursday, everybody's going to try to get the last stuff, and then on that day, they're going to probably hit the Hallmark rack, get whatever they could get, and make something out of the Valentine's Day stuff. So that's going to be.
I still have to get Sana something for Valentine's Day. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Maybe.
Yeah.
By then. Who's to say?
Yeah. So, but yeah, Corey, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm tired. I was up late last night playing Fire Emblem till like till like 2:00 in the morning. I was intending to go to bed early, okay? And then my wife and I were watching TV, and then I wanted some time to myself just to like hang out or do whatever, right? And so like I went.
Yeah.
I went downstairs, and by downstairs I mean like 10 feet that way. And I sat down, Ed, and I turned on my Switch and I started playing Fire Emblem. I plugged my phone in and put my characters on training auto battle on Fire Emblem Heroes for about, I don't know, 150 turns. And just played Fire Emblem on my phone and on GameCube. And the next thing I know, it's like 2:15 in the morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do something. So, yeah, here we are. And then I woke up at 8:00 because my kids jumped on me.
Daddy, 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 get up, morning. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I was being gamer at night, I should say, for a real long time. I didn't get to bed until like 4:30 in the morning. Because I got off the train, drove to Checkers, got a big thing of large fries, came home, ate, and then hopped on Switch 2. And then when I got done with it,
yeah, you hopped, like, that's what made me look at the clock as you got on. I saw your little notification that you got on. I was like, oh, Ed's home early from work. And then I look at my phone and it's like 2:00. I'm like, oh, he's not home early. I'm up late. Whoopsie. But
yeah.
Good times though, huh?
Yes.
Man.
But we'll talk about that and play with power.
Yeah.
Stuff. But yeah, dude, I got locked in and everything. So
so many games coming out now. Like a lot, actually.
Oh yeah. So ooh, goodness. Y'all have to forgive me. I literally been gaming today. And so I just got off of it for the show. You know, I'm just excited to be doing Pow Block again. So yeah. But Corey, how about we get into Snackendo? So I'll go first this time because I mentioned Taco Bell. I had their chicken nuggets with their fiery ranch sauce, which is really good. Had the seasoned fries for Taco Bell. Like I mentioned earlier, had some rally / checker seasoned fries and got a whole bunch of ketchup and just eating those, just having a really good time. Ate some Domino's this week and just kept it like really chill and stuff. Had some Jimmy John's and I had their ham and 3 cheeses, which was really really good. And it's just it's just a ham, 3 cheeses on the bread, and that's it. The crazy thing is, it was taking a while because they made it. I had enough employees, but I don't know what what happened. But I literally had about 7 minutes to get from Jimmy John's to the train station, and I was able to do it. I got in. Got my stuff. Went across the train track, got into the building. Probably about 2 minutes after I got in, the train started coming. And got on the train, went to work and stuff. So it's been really helpful to take the train to work because I've been saving a lot of gas money.
Nice.
So
nice.
So,
oh man.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been stacking on. And once again, the Burger King apple pie has been good too.
Nice. I guess for me, so my parents came over today,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought over a veggie pizza, which
Ooh.
is just like basically what they do. What my mom does is take like croissants like from the can, like the burst
Mm-hmm.
cans or whatever, and she like
Yeah.
flattens them all out in a tray, and then she'll bake the croissants in the tray like that, but it comes out
Yeah.
more like a pizza crust essentially. And then
Uh-huh.
what she'll do is like spread this ranch like almost like veggie dip, or like chip dip almost, like the
Mm-hmm.
ranch one, and like spread it across the crust essentially. And then she'll put like she'll chop up broccoli and carrots and I almost said celery. It's not celery, cauliflower, cheese. And kind of like spread it all over the ranch dip, and then put some cheese on top. Um,
Yeah.
and then she'll just serve it cold like that. So it's pretty good. That's what I had for
Ooh.
lunch. I usually don't eat lunch, but that's what I ate. And then she also brought over handmade chocolate covered Oreos, like fudge dipped Oreos.
Ooh.
And so I had some of those. And yeah, and then we had pizza tonight for dinner. So I feel really carbo loaded and sugar hide. But it's fine, right? It's okay. It's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was snacking on today. At the very least, it was pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I enjoyed it.
Nice.
So, man.
I've never had veggie pizza.
Well,
Um,
it kind of feels like this thing my mom kind of made up at one point, and then everybody just kind of liked it,
mhm.
so she just makes it. It's like an easy thing for her to make and bring over for like parties and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
What can I ask a question? What is white sauce?
white sauce? What do you mean white sauce?
Yes.
Like,
So some people get white sauce on their on some pizzas because they don't like the marinara
oh,
on
so
pizzas.
I guess it depends where you get it from, but usually it's like some sort of Alfredo style sauce.
Okay.
Usually, um, that's all I can really think of, honestly. Some cheap
Yeah,
places
because
it might just be some sort of like cheese sauce type thing, but I don't really know. Usually it's Alfredo.
okay. Yeah, because my friend, um we had it at my other friend's birthday party, and we got it from Domino's
Hmm.
because he said he didn't like marinara sauce, so he wanted the pizza with white sauce. I'm like, what is white sauce? I just never knew that you could do like a different sauce for pizza and stuff like that.
Yeah, some places you can. Some places you can get barbecue sauce, some places you can get like
Mhm.
different types of sauce, but yeah, usually when they say white sauce, it's usually Alfredo, or sometimes if you get like a white pizza, or like a I don't know, like what's it called? Man, I'm drawing a blank on what it is, but it's when you put like fresh cut mozzarella and basil and tomatoes,
Oh,
a caprese pizza. Sometimes
yeah.
sometimes it's like a garlic spread too.
Okay.
Um, some people call that white sauce because Alfredo is technically not white. It's kind of like a yellowy gray color. um,
Hmm.
so sometimes it's like a garlic spread, but most of the time, it's like an Alfredo.
Garlic bread. Love garlic bread.
Garlic, man, stuff will kill you.
It will.
You're a vampire.
But I like,
Ba-dum-bum.
but I do like garlic bread. Sorry, switching it. Garlic bread, like so good with spaghetti and catfish.
Catfish.
Mm-hmm.
Man, fish people.
Look, in the black neighborhood, when we do catfish or spaghetti, there are people who would do bread or garlic bread.
I mean,
So
that garlic bread with spaghetti is not the weird part. It's the catfish with the spaghetti that's the weird part.
it's like I said, catfish or spaghetti. It's yeah, it may be like literally a black culture kind of thing, black community kind of thing. Because we'll do like, even when we do like, definitely you go to like a real black church and get a catfish dinner, you would get catfish and spaghetti.
Yes, as opposed to one of those fake black churches.
Well, there's some black churches that
I'm just kidding. I don't.
People.
I'm just being.
Just want to make sure.
Just being
people coming from you.
Me. It's fine.
Yeah. So.
Oh man.
Well,
good times.
How about we get into play with power? Let me do that again. Play with power.
Yeah.
I do it twice because my voice went out.
Yeah. Well.
So for me, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Reimagined. I just met Aerith, so I'm doing that part in the game. And I'm also playing Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I should say Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. But I'm also playing Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, and I just got to the job system and everything. So right now, I'm going to be, I'm at in like a side quest right now, so I got to do that side quest, and then I got to start grinding to, fill up my jobs and stuff. So I'm super excited for that.
Nice.
And I'm already at like 25 hours.
Jeez. Nice. That's
so
it's quite the hour put in to that.
Yeah, they say it's probably gonna be like 100+ hours, so we'll see. Once I get into the grind, and most of that's because of the grinding sections. When you actually get like overpowered or get a good enough stats to handle a lot of these bosses and a lot of these fights and stuff, the game starts going quicker and everything. So
nice. It's funny. This is a complete side tangent. It has nothing to do with what you're talking about now, but I was looking at some of our old, I've been going through a lot of our old episodes recently. Ed, for something different for us.
Yes.
Right after E3 of 2017. Do you know what the episode was called after our Reacts episode? In June of 2017. Almost July.
Was it Zelda related?
Nope. This is the title of the episode. Are you ready?
Yes.
Will Metroid Prime 4 finally come out in 2018? I think the answer is no.
No.
Some of the things
years later.
Some of the things we were talking about, man, like it's so funny.
But it was, I think that was was that the E3 that like Nintendo killed E3 because they just had bomb trailers? Or was that
it was the E3 where like not only did they announce just a bunch of stuff for Switch like Mario Rabbids and Odyssey and Fire Emblem Warriors and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and like all that, right, for that fall. But then they also did the amazing Treehouse with like Samus Returns and Pokemon.
Yeah.
And, like, all those 3DS games that ended up coming out that year too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I think that year, me and you were off from work at home, and we was watching it live.
Yeah, because we both requested off that day, and we
Yeah.
watched the entire thing live, and like Larry came on, and
Mhm.
Matthew Keel called in from his phone, and Ray Osorio dropped by for a little bit. We had like a bunch of people drop in and out the whole time, so
Yes.
that was fun.
Because right we was talking, that's the first game at the Treehouse Live was Samus
Yeah,
Returns.
because we
So
were
it's like,
starting to do the reactions because we were going to watch the gameplay of all the games live during Treehouse, so we had already started talking about the
yes,
games, and then we were like, "What are they playing?" And we were like, "Is it a new Metroid?" Yeah, it's crazy. It's so fun.
like this is so live. Yeah, I love doing the live watch alongs and
Yeah,
stuff. Just
we got to
like,
do that again soon, and like it might be easier because you work at night a lot of the time, and I can work from home.
mm,
I don't know. Maybe this summer we'll do Summer Game Fest from home or something. I don't know. We'll see.
yes.
Well, I mean, I guess a lot of it will be going on if you're here, right? So we might be doing it.
Well,
We
yeah.
might be doing it live anyway.
Ooh,
Um,
I wonder. I
so there's that.
I wonder. Yeah, because our 500 is coming up in a
Yeah,
couple of months.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah. And the 10-year anniversary of the show is actually in April or March, the end of March. So, like the first couple episodes when I was doing it with Joey, like those
Uh-huh.
first four, the 10-year anniversary of that is coming up in a couple of weeks. So
Oh
let's see.
wow.
That would be March 30th. So
Which is crazy because that's a day uh I'll still me and Cordy will still be in Boston getting ready to come back
yeah.
from PAX East.
Yeah. I mean, me too, theoretically, if they ever got back with me.
Oh, you leaving with us on Monday? Yes.
Well, I mean, like, theoretically, I should be going to PAX, but I haven't even gotten any confirmation or anything yet. So
Please,
they're
please,
really dropping the
please.
ball this year.
Because I'm just like, man, of course, um, a live recording of Pow Block, probably Gamercast or Boss Rush, just like, yeah.
Yeah. 10-year, like a 10-year anniversary stream or whatever.
Oh, that would be cool.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to. So, PAX, if you ever want to send me my confirmation, since you made me apply twice, you know,
Yeah, because Grayson's gonna be there.
yeah, it'd be,
And him, him and his partner gonna be there, and I'm so excited
oh,
for
they're
you
both
guys
going to
to
be
meet
there.
him.
That's cool. I don't
Yeah,
think I've ever met
they're gonna
Grace's
both be
partner.
there.
I only see flashy pictures of them on
Yes,
Instagram. So,
yeah. So,
like they like each other or
um,
something. Jeez, weirdos liking your partners.
oh, he loves him
I know. I'm just
and
kidding.
everything.
Everybody loves
Uh,
Grayson.
yes,
So,
definitely. Because I told him that if you see, I'm like, you're gonna see us. So if you ever get lost or anything, come find us.
mhm.
Um, and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm like, hopefully when we have our boss rush dinner, they could join us too and everything
Hmm.
and stuff.
Yeah. I want to see everybody again. I miss everybody. And, I was actually going through some stuff, old stuff. And I was thinking about Roger the other day, actually, from Gamerheads. I'm like, I haven't talked to Roger in
Yeah.
forever. I need to talk to him. I need to talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, they put out some new podcast episodes. So I'm like, yay.
Yeah, finally. Cheese, Roger. Slacker. Oh, I'm
So
just kidding. I love Roger. He's the
we love
best.
them.
He is the best.
Yeah, Adam's gonna be there. Adam Gilbert, he's gonna be there.
Oh.
I'm super excited to see him again.
A lot of people, man.
And everything.
A lot of people are going to be there.
I think Baron is gonna be there.
Baron is everywhere. Like I don't think he's a real person. I think he's multiple people.
He is on his grind, and I support him so much.
Yeah, man. Everybody, man. Now I'm like getting.
Now I need the Iron Lords to come back.
They'll be there.
It's like, because I told Chris, I'm like, I hope me and you get to go to PAX East again, because I don't think he's gonna be there. I'm just like, but if you come, it's on and popping. Because I love Chris Jones.
I know.
Shout out to the Iron Lords.
I know.
Check out their podcast.
The best, one of the best groups out there, right? Like,
yes,
no question. So, anyways,
yes.
Enough tooting everybody else's horn, Ed. Oh, I also found the episode of when you came to visit, when we did that live question block episode.
Yes,
I think we did 2 episodes that day, or while you were here.
Yeah,
right? We did 2 episodes while you were here.
Yeah, because we did like a pre 1v1, because you had interviewed me after the show, after our episode.
Yeah, I forget what all we did.
Right
I forgot what all we did, and then we ended up doing we ended up playing the SNES Classic, and
talking about that, we ended up doing Pow Block that Saturday night, and then the 1v1, kind of the interview thing after it.
Yeah, it's so funny. We kind of knew what we wanted to do, but then we didn't really know what we were doing. And I still argue I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fine.
I was excited because it's just, I think for me it was that I finally get to meet my best friend. A. B, I'm like, I get to take a train ride. C, I'm doing like a lot of this, individually, like by myself, and I'm super excited to get this experience. So,
man,
that was super, super cool.
It was such a fun time too, like going out and getting the SNES Classic and some other games.
Yes.
It also getting to play a lot of Switch stuff for the first time, right? Because I don't even know if you had just gotten yours, right before you came.
I had just gotten mine,
and
yes,
the only thing I had really played on there was Zelda and some of the other stuff, and we ended up playing. I mean, I think we ended up playing more of the SNES Classic than anything that weekend, but that Let's Play is somewhere too. I gotta find that too.
I actually know.
I actually got it out the other day. It's down here. See these little 2 red boxes?
Nice.
The NES Classic and the SNES Classic are in there. So I'm using them as the boxes as bookends to my Zelda guides.
Nice. Which is funny, because I am writing I'm writing something connected to Zelda. And I kind of want to add our Zelda playthrough with it.
Well, we should do a new Zelda playthrough. We should do new ones because those are so old and half of them are broken, and and it's just, we should just do a whole new one when you get here.
I kind of want to do Ocarina of Time.
Dude, that would be a layup, a no-brainer to do.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Because it's just like I this is a banner in the process, everybody. Um, so I gotta clean some stuff up and finish writing it. Uh, but and it's a hot take, I definitely would say. But I'm doing a piece of, you know, I feel like Mario and Zelda are the only two games that truly represent video games as a whole. And I know that sounds highly insane and everything, but I'm like those games, because of the culture, um, the recognition of it, how those individual games have changed almost every genre and incorporated a lot of those
We
game elements.
It's funny. There's an
into-
episode at the end, towards the end of 2017, that is like how Zelda continues to has been influencing games for, at the time, like over 30 years, right? Like
Mhm.
we have a whole episode on that.
Ooh, I mean, it because it in a weird way, Corey. Now when we think of open world games, we don't think of Grand Theft Auto no more. The first thing that comes out is Breath of the Wild. Now,
Yeah, I mean it's I feel like Grand Theft Auto, like you thought of Grand Theft Auto when like 3 and 4 were the big games, right? And like
hmm
I still think when you think of open world games, the first games you think of are like you said, Breath of the Wild, but like The Witcher and Skyrim and like games like that are like the games that you think of, right? In terms of these epic
yeah,
sprawling adventures, essentially. So,
but yeah, because I feel like Breath of the Wild and even a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom. I think everybody didn't know the freedom of the open world and really on how Numa was just like, if you want to go there, you can, but you have to plan and make sure that you have the right stuff to get there.
mhm.
We're not holding you back. And when people played it, they were just like, oh, I love this freedom. Um, and because of that freedom, that's why almost like 2 weeks after the game came out, people were just like, "Don't tell me nothing. I want to experience it that myself." And I think that's why we was putting like almost 17 to 18 different experiences of that game that we was getting out of it and stuff. Because it was like, yes, this is a video game, but it's also a science game because of the kind of like the cause and effect and what you could do about it. Then Tears of the Kingdom came and it was still that freedom of open world with some changes here and there. It was still that science game, what you could do with the cause and effect and stuff. But then it became an engineering game because of of the not Zoran, um
The
of the gadgets that you can make.
Zonai stuff.
Zonite. Yeah. And so, you look at all the videos that really kind of came from Japan and maybe from America too. It's just all the engineering and blueprints and stuff that people made
Hmm.
that boggled my mind and stuff. And it's just like they're still making it today to the point where Tears of the Kingdom is used in some engineering college classes. Like it's crazy. And I think that's when I think of Zelda and
I mean, there's still
it's
videos
in
of stuff going
influence.
around on social media, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw recently, but that somebody built like a fully functional dragon, essentially, that
Uh-huh.
never like it doesn't have any like wings or anything. It just flies, right?
Yeah.
And like while it's using some batteries, the other ones are like recharging or whatever. Like it's crazy.
hmm
So I mean,
So,
even our friends are making weird stuff. I mean, remember when people were making like X wings and stuff?
yeah. Uh Gundams and things like that. It was just it's just amazing to see. And so that's why I'm writing this blog, and because I'm just like, you know, super, when we think of bosses and different art styles of Mario, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Brothers 2, US version, the gameplay of Super Mario World, how that changed in like the 16-bit, with it, having these worlds that you go to, and then the hidden stuff that's within the worlds, and stuff that the characters that we know about, which influence people cosplaying them, and everything. Um, and then you got just Mario itself as an IP hitting different genres and being successful. It's a party game. It's a driving game. It has multiple sports games. Um, uh, there's educational games on it, like Mario Missing. Then there's Mario Paint and stuff like there. And then as time go, we finally got Mario Maker, where people could actually design levels and stuff, and you could send them out, and people were enjoying them. Where, kind of like for a bit, you could find a Facebook group who were putting codes for Mario levels if they wanted to.
Yeah,
Or
I
you
mean,
could see the videos and stuff.
we had a whole when Mario Maker was bigger, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
this was before even like the Switch. Like we had a Mario Maker Facebook group for Nerds Gone Rogue, remember? And like people were sharing the
Yeah,
levels in there. I wonder if that Facebook group
yeah,
still exists. But
it should. I think it should. Um, we got Mario and two different style RPGs or actually three. Uh, Super Mario RPG, and then we got the Paper Mario series as an RPG. And then we got um, Mario. I think was it Paper Mario?
I
I
mean, it
thought it
was
was Mario
Paper
and
Mario,
Luigi.
Mario
Or
and
Mario
Luigi, and then there was the
G. Yeah,
Paper Jam. If you remember, was
yeah,
both of them. So
right. And so it's just like we have so many different things um with it, and just like having Mario do all of these things, and then we kind of got Super Mario 3D World and this and the browser thing
mhm.
um for Switch and stuff, and then you got a puzzle game out of Toad, um you know uh, with Toad Tracker,
Mhm.
Captain Toad, um, and stuff. So, and then the clothes from some of the Mario stuff ended in Bayonetta with her dressing up as the princess, and using Bowser, for her demon attack. Like, um, and then you even have what is the Metroid, the Mexican one, wrestling one,
Guacamole.
Guacamole, and how they kind of hid it in the town of Mario Luigi and stuff.
Yeah, it's yeah,
And then people making Mario levels and Little Big Planet before they got taken down.
yeah. That's yeah.
You know.
Well, and then Little Big Planet got taken down because they didn't know how to fix the cheating and like the pirating and everything. So
hmm Um,
Rick,
when what was it, Skyrim?
what
Yeah, when Skyrim came to Switch, didn't that get like some Zelda
if you
stuff?
had Zelda amiibo, you could scan it in and get the Master Sword and Link's outfit from Breath of the Wild and
Okay, and
the
then
Hylian
Sonic,
shield, I think.
had a DLC with Zelda stuff in it, I think.
Yeah. Lost World, right? That was the one that had
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
which was the Wii U exclusive one before the Sonic Boom disasters.
And then Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, two games that sold very well on
Two,
Wii
there
U.
were like 10.
Were there more?
Yeah, I think there were like 4 or 5 of the different ones.
Hmm.
There were. I mean, the Tokyo ones during COVID were on Switch.
Oh wow, I forgot all about those.
Yeah, I think this is the first Olympics they haven't done one. Honestly, this year
Okay.
because they weren't
Yeah, because
making
the
any
last
money.
one. Yeah, because the last one came out on Switch.
Yeah, and
It's like
then they made the mobile game, right? And it's the exact same game without the Mario characters,
yes,
which
that
was
is right.
weird.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know, that's how it goes, I guess.
yeah. And so and if you think of just a little bit for Zelda Darksiders, that adventure dungeon kind of thing, and
Yeah,
finding heart pieces and stuff like that.
yeah. I don't care what anybody
Um,
says. I think those first 2 Darksiders games are awesome.
yeah, they're really good. I love
Three,
Darksiders.
three was
So,
fine, but they tried to do the whole Dark Souls thing and like
hmm
wasn't very good. But then but then that studio turned around and made Remnant from the Ashes and Remnant 2. So and
yes,
people love those games. So especially that second one. So good
I
for
think
them.
that's why we're excited for Darksiders 4.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what that game is. It's a multiplayer game, I think, right? They said it's going to
Yeah,
be. I'm telling you, dude. It's going to be Remnant with a Darksider skin on it. I'm telling you, that's all it's going to be.
I can see that. I can see that. But we probably won't see anything until uh, we probably won't see nothing until the summer.
Yeah,
That would be something that Xbox should snag up from THQ.
I mean, they should put
Uh,
that on. That I mean, that sounds like a Game Pass game waiting to happen, right? So,
mm-hmm. Give it a play anywhere. It's kind of label on it. Yeah,
yeah,
but still bring it for everybody. But still bring it for everything else.
yeah.
And
Well,
stuff.
yeah, but I mean, they should try at least.
Yeah.
But
So, and then there is um a Paper Mario style game that just came to Switch.
yeah, that Fairy Tale
The
game.
Patty's playing.
Pat's been playing it.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
talking. He was
that's
talking about
like
it on Boss Rush the other night. We finally put out an episode, and the first time in like 2 months. Sorry,
yeah,
everybody who likes that show that listens to this. My bad.
yeah, and then yeah, and then just like the kind of like indie games and stuff that do the old school Zelda style games and stuff,
Mhm.
the top down ones and
Yeah.
everything, you know. So I'm trying to see if I could find it, but yeah,
Are you talking about that Game Boy looking one where you like rotate the level?
no, no, not that one. That one is kind of cool, but there is one. Uh oh, for the Zelda stuff, or for
No,
the
just for
Paper
like
Mario looking.
games that are inspired by other games.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, and everything. So, and then uh, without a shadow of a doubt, and I know people can disagree with me about this, Hyrule Warriors kind of got the Warriors game popular um as a genre. I know those games been out, but they was very niche on PlayStation 2. Um they did fair here and there, but once Hyrule Warriors came out, when people laughed on Wii U, but it did numbers. People sold it. I mean, it did got a lot of eights and stuff. So, um, people enjoyed it. And like after Hyrule Warriors came out, that's when you started seeing a lot of Warrior games like Gundam, Persona got one. Then Dynasty Warriors started releasing theirs, and those got popular. Like,
Yeah.
and this just my opinion about it, but like Hyrule Warriors kind of got that popular.
I mean, I think it did the thing where like people like there's an audience for those games and the audience loves those games, but it did the thing where like, hey, if we made this in a franchise that somebody actually likes, maybe more people will buy these games, right? And I think that's exactly what it did, right? With Hyrule Warriors, specifically Age of Calamity and Age of Imprisonment, right? Like those two are those two are the Zelda ones that people like. Yeah, the first one on Wii U and then obviously Definitive Edition coming to Switch was like it was a nice little crossover between the Zelda multiverse or whatever.
Yes.
But like the other two are like, I mean, Age of Imprisonment is just like a stellar game in and of its own, right? Like, it's just an amazing game. And then also like the Fire Emblem ones, right? Where like, you know, I mean, especially the one that ties into Three Houses was a smart move.
Three Hopes. Our Queen Shaz, icon, legend.
I got a new Shaz on the mobile game, by the way.
So, okay.
By the way, it's like the spring,
yeah.
like it's the 9th anniversary event going on right now, which I'll get into in a minute when I get into what I've been playing. But like, it's also the spring events are starting to pop up. So there's the Easter event and the wedding season event and the spring event. So like, it's a weird amalgamation of like weird, sexy Easter bunny costumes and wedding dresses and like spring wear, and it's like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I like this game, but I see why people judge people who play these games.
Well, Corey, go ahead, take it away. Go talk about it. I'm done. That's everything I've been playing, but just having that conversation.
I mean, I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem. Obviously, I don't know how much I have left to say about Path of Radiance that I haven't already said. I'm on chapter 24 of 30, I think. I have this huge army of characters to choose from now, and I still choose the same like 10 people. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be really sad when this one's over, because dude, if they made like a full-on remake of this and put it with Radiant Dawn like as one game, like a Radiant Saga game or something.
Yes.
I could see this being like an 80 to 100 hour game easily, right? With like paralogs and recruiting and like, oh, you can go to this part of the continent to try to recruit these people, or this part to recruit, or, you know, have this long paralog system or whatever. Like, man, I could totally see that happening. But yeah, my in-game clock says I've been playing for 24 and a half hours. My GameCube app says I've been playing for 40 plus hours. So that tells you how many times I've restarted and started over. And, you know, like, I mean, I replayed the first 5 hours of the game twice because of the permadeath stuff. And I forgot that GameCube was the only one that didn't have the rewind feature, or like the you know, so I had to like start using suspend states really smartly.
Yeah.
So what I'll do with suspend states now is like there's 4 slots for each game, right? So what I'll do is every time I end a mission and you're prepping for the next mission, right? Like equipping your characters with weapons and potions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
My first suspend state will be after I equip everybody, right? When I go to save the game. I have 3 save slots too, by the way. So that's like 7 places I can start over potentially. So what I'll do is I'll create a suspend state after I equip everybody. I'll start a suspend state after I choose the characters I'm going to use in battle, right? And then I'll do one at the beginning of the battle after the story stuff happens, after the story sequences happen. Yes. And then if I get comfortable midway through the battle where I'm like, I feel like if someone dies, I can comfortably start from this point. like reload that suspend point. and start from here mid battle, because like these battles are getting long now, right? Like I just did a battle on a, not to like spoil anything. So there's a battle, a very long battle on a bridge, we'll say, about 2/3 of the way through the game.
Yes.
And it took me over an hour to do, right? Now, granted, I'm trying to make sure I'm killing everyone, right? So I get that XP, so I'm not like struggling at the end of the game.
Yes.
But like still, these are starting to get long, and I don't want to lose like an hour of progress just because I made a bad mistake or a dumb mistake or something, right? So but it's also really cool to like find characters in this game that I've been using in Fire Emblem Heroes for a year or two, you know. So that's been really fun also. And yeah, man, I'm gonna be sad when this is over. And I really want to play the Wii game, but based on our topic later in the show, I don't know if I should wait or not now. Because I was gonna buy it and play it on Wii U just to like, just to play it. But then I had to dig out my Wii remotes and charge them and get out the sensor bar and move the coffee table because my entertainment center is lower than my coffee table, and it's gonna be a whole thing. But although I think you can play Fire Emblem with the Wii remote sideways or like a classic controller, so I think it would be fine. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be really sad when this game's over. I love Ike. I love his and Soren's relationship. I love, just how like powerful Titania is essentially. Because like dude, she's been at max level for like 5 chapters now. So like what I do is like if I know there's a lot of enemies in one area, I'll just send her out and block that entire area and have her soak up all the kind of aggro those guys to like have them attack her while I go search for hidden chests or secret doorways or fight, smaller enemies or like try to level up other characters on these other enemies, right? I'll send people out in groups and I'll send her out by herself essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's just so I don't know. I've finally found the rhythm of the game, right? And so like I know there's only 30 chapters in here, so like I'm 6 chapters from the end, and I'm like, man, I'm kind of bummed because like I know that end is going to come up quicker than whatever, and I don't want to play the game again, but like I could play this longer, but it also makes me excited to go. What I'll probably do is play one of the GBA ones next. I'll just play those in order, I guess. And I've also charged my 3DS also to play those games again. I did order Shadow Dragon, the remake of the first game on DS.
Yeah.
Because I've never played it. It's one of the only ones I've actually not played. So I'm excited. I'm excited to play it. But while I've been charging my 3DS to play those Fire Emblem games, I'm going to play Awakening first. I'm going to play them in release order. So I'm going to play Awakening and then Fates and then Shadows of Valencia. But Ed, you know what I have on that thing? The first 2 Box Boy games. Box Boy and Box Boy. And then there's Bye Bye Box Boy, which is also on there. I've been playing Box Boy, Ed. Let me tell you. Where's my Box Boy trilogy set on Switch? And did you know in Japan there's a Box Boy amiibo?
Wait, what?
There's a Box Boy amiibo, but it's only in Japan. And it makes me really sad that it's only in Japan.
Okay. I'm surprised no one ordered one to have it shipped here.
I mean, me too, but also like to ship it here, it's like, do I really want to pay like $70 or $80 for a little white square with eyes? No.
I mean,
but sort of.
That's some play. Look, that's some Play Asia stuff.
I mean, I guess I did pay like $30 for Mr. Game and Watch, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, because wasn't the Box Boy games like $8, $8 or
$5? They're
$10?
$4.99.
Oh, that is right.
And then when the Box Boy and Box Girl came to Switch, it was $19.99, and people were complaining because the other ones were $5 a piece. And I'm like, dude, shut up, buy it. It's $20. It's like one of the best puzzle games you'll ever play.
I think I still have it. Yeah, because it was only a digital version. It was only digital.
Yep.
Yeah, I still have it.
Yep.
And it's such a great puzzle game just to play.
Yep. So yeah, it's really fun because like it's just like any other Nintendo game. The puzzles are like relatively simple unless you want to get like the 5 crowns, right? Which are like essentially like the green coins for Mario games, right? Where you kind of go through and try to get them. But man, what a great puzzle game. And then the last game obviously is Fire Emblem Heroes, which is the mobile game. I'm just gonna grind out a couple things at night, and I was only gonna play it for like, I was like, man, I need something to scratch that Fire Emblem itch, and like some of the games I was playing just weren't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll play through Three Houses again, which I still want to, but it's like, as much as I love Three Houses, I kind of like have my canonical ending, right? My headcanon of like what happened and everything. So like, I was trying to figure out, I was like, you know what? I'll just play the mobile game and just try to whatever. And I was like, oh, that anniversary event's coming up, so I'll just play that. Oh, I guess I'll get the $10 Fay Pass because like there's a lot of stuff attached to it. Then it's like, oh, they're giving away golden tickets. Like when you log in daily, you get tickets and orbs and stuff to unlock summons. I'm like, oh. Now I'm like, and then they're like, oh, hey, either you didn't look at this the last time you played it, or we added this within the last however long it's been since you played. There's new like chain what are they called? They're called like chain battles or whatever. And it allows you to play through the campaign again, but without the story beats. But like you play through the levels as one battle instead of like each separate battle. And like your team has to survive all the battles essentially, right? But every time you beat a chain battle, you get orbs. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to grind these out now because I want to unlock characters during this event. So I've actually unlocked quite a bit of quite a few characters. I was going to open it up and see who I've unlocked, but like I got some really awesome looking characters that I'll have to send you screenshots. I got a really awesome spear wielding Lucina.
Ooh.
And it's like she's all decked out in like Norse mythology gear, like the wing, like a winged crown and like this white armor, like this white and blue armor. Looks so cool. I got the Royal Queen Edelgard. I also got Edelgard in 2 separate swimsuits for some reason. Wasn't trying. It's just the one event thing has like 50 different heroes you can unlock, and they don't tell you which ones are which. So I was like, oh, cool. Oh, well, okay. I got the Priestess Professor Byleth, which is like her in her green hair, but she has like this mage's gown on, and it looks really awesome.
Yeah,
and she has like this golden crown on. It looks really good. It looks really cool. There was also during this event, there was also a Radiant event going on. So it was like Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn both had characters. So I got a Ike and a Mia and a Micaiah all from that also.
Nice.
So yeah, I have like a lot of great new characters to play with. So I also got Lucina. Uh, spoilers for Awakening, I guess. Like when she pretends to be Marth for a while.
Mm-hmm.
When she's wearing the mask and her hair's short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have her too.
Yeah.
Labeled as Marth though, but it's very clearly Lucina.
And I love Awakening.
I
I
know. Just sitting
love
here
my
talking
girl.
about it makes me want to replay it, but I want to play the Game Boy ones first. So
I gotta find out who's the one with the red hair. The female red hair. I
which
think she's
one
Lance.
from?
Awakening.
Oh well, there's a few.
Uh
There's Anna. There's
let's see.
hold on.
Hold on.
Let's see here. Oh boy. There's there's Sully who has the short red hair. There's Muriel who's like the mage with the red hair. Sumiya kind of has like maroonish hair. But then there's Cordelia, who's the Pegasus Knight. And then
It might be her.
there's Cherokee, who's like she's like a wyvern rider. There's Anna, who's in all of the games. There's Severa,
Mm-hmm.
who's in a couple of the games. Let's see. I'm just looking up all the characters now. I love the Awakening version of Tiki, by the way. Definitely the best version of Tiki. And then there's I didn't know you could play as Celica in this game. Oh, it's DLC. Well, I'm not getting that now, I guess. DLC for
Yeah, it is Sully.
is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's like full on waifu for me because like she is shady and she will get you right together.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm just like when the guys try to like joke around, play around with her, and she's so serious. She's just like, I will beat you into submission if you do not stop playing around.
And she will.
And she will. I was just like, she is such a strong character, and I love her. The writing for Awakening is top tier, dude. It's so.
I mean,
top tier.
I think the writing for the GameCube game is like really great. Like, especially for then, it just feels like I don't know. I like when it feels like people care about what they're writing about.
Yeah, there's like when you really get into the Fire Emblem series and you just get into like the story and the writing, you just like not even worried about the strategy gameplay part of it. It's the characters. I'm just like, I'm like, man, Intelligent System and Koei Tecmo really came together to just like make a great cast of characters. And I know people were complaining about, oh, this is a character that smashes too many Fire Emblems. I'm just like, if you play the games, there's almost a character in each game that you're going to love.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be multiple characters from every game that you're going to love, right? Like, even now, like I'm like, man, Ike is cool, but like his supporting cast is like really cool, right? Like
yeah,
like Mordecai, the beast, the big beast character that joins your party is super cool. Like I said, Titania is pretty cool. But then you have like Alencia, who's like the princess that you're saving, spoilers, I guess. And then you have, the brothers and Rolf, Boyd, and I always want to say his name's Omar. That's not right. But like, the three brothers that are part of your team. And then there's like Mia becomes like, oh, she's super cool. She's like really spunky at the beginning and then she gets quiet, but then she comes back and with like a vengeance, right? Or some of the other side characters that you really don't know a lot about, but then you start, doing the whole like, oh, I finished a battle next to you, so we earned a bond conversation essentially, and you learn about them and they talk to each other, and it's like, oh man, this is like
the character growth.
yeah. And it's just like, oh man, there's a lot to these games that people just, I don't know how many people will like just skip this part, but you shouldn't be skipping this, man. It's so cool.
It really adds a lot of replay value because now if you know the strategy on what to do, you're good to go. But when you start bodying and getting these characters together, see who clicks and who does it, and start reading their stories, it's like expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, and this is in a Game Boy. I'm like, this is in a 3DS. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, and then like,
but
then when you start getting into the relationship stuff, right, with the 3DS stuff, and like, you know, actually building out your, you know, your relationships, and you know, especially in Awakening, when you like have kids and like they start coming around, you know, like to battle with you, and you're like, oh man, I mean, that's why I think everybody loves Lucina essentially, right? Because she's just like,
yes,
yeah, man, it's just awesome to like, you know, and then like in Volk, which is like this thief character in Path of Radiance, like he just kind of randomly joins your party, right? And you're like,
yes,
you can either hire him or not hire him essentially because he's a thief, right? But then like partway through the game, you figure out there's actually a lot more to that character than you realize at the beginning, right? And he's actually like really important to the story of the game. And then you need to hire him to get that part of the story.
yeah.
Oh, it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like all this is just thought out in this GameCube game that nobody really played.
Because it was at a time when the series was not popular.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about how unpopular it was at the time. It was there was like 5 copies at every GameStop for $24.99 for years. Years, dude. Years. $24.99. Should have bought them all, man. We'd be rich.
It's so weird on how many Japanese games that were very niche, that have a lot of games, like a lot of games in their series was very niche and now became like popular. Persona, Fire Emblem, Monster Hunter, the Warrior games, like we mentioned earlier. Like it's a lot. It truly is a lot. And stuff, you know. Shin Megami Tensei, because like, you know, Persona, like Shin Megami Tensei was first before Persona, but Persona helped it become very popular and stuff. And it's just like, wow. You know.
Yeah. But that's kind of all I've been playing, really. I've just been really hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Yes.
Excuse me. I didn't know how that was gonna come out, but here we are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of all I've been playing is that, and I mean, I've also been playing some Mario Kart, but that I'm just trying to get the 3 stars on all the cups so I can feel better about myself about completing that task and not, you know. Dude, that game's hard. I don't know if I'm losing it or what, but that game is really freaking hard on the 150cc.
You're run.
Man, I just like, oh my gosh, because there's like, I'll get to the very last race and sometimes I just feel like, oh, okay, you just got screwed here. But like, dude, one time I was on the very last race of one of the cups, and I had come in first place every time. I was in first place by like a good margin. Dude, I got hit by 2 red shells and a blue shell right at the finish line, and I came in third place.
No.
Yeah. 2 2 red shells, perfectly timed to where, like, sometimes somebody shoots 2 red shells at you, the second one will hit you, but you're still stumbling through your first one, so it doesn't really affect you.
Yes.
No, dude, 2 perfectly timed red shells to where I started flopping 2 or 3 times, and then the blue shell hit me. I was so mad. Dude. Oh, I was so mad.
The computer was just like,
Yeah, like, not today.
You're gonna do this again.
It's like I just wasted all this time. Suck. I got a cool motorcycle out of it. I hate the motorcycles, dude. Motorcycles are the worst addition to Mario Kart, in my opinion. Is that a hot take? Do people like the motorcycle?
Yeah.
I mean, people clearly like them. They keep keeping them in. My kids like them, but it's just like those things. I hate those things, man. I'm glad there's not like a mode where they make you use the motorcycles, because I would just be like, I'm out. I'm done. Can't do this anymore.
Well, Corey, do you have any pickups?
I do, Ed.
Yeah,
I do.
Cool.
Some good ones. So, as you know, I've been on the figure collecting train recently. I don't know if you know this, Ed. We've been talking a lot about Power Rangers and other things lately. But I looked at my amiibo shelf and I'm like, you know what this shelf needs? More amiibo. So I'm looking at the sets and which ones I need to finish. So I'm like, I need to definitely finish the Mario set. I only need like 3 or 4 of them. So I got Boo. I ended up getting Boo, which I didn't have. Yoshi and Daisy are on the way. So that will complete that set, aside from the cat and wedding characters.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'll get eventually. I just, I wanted that core set first.
Right.
And then, and as far as the Smash set, I got Corrin Player 1, which is the male version of Corrin. I already have the female version of Corrin, but I was like, well, but might as well get it. Both of them. And then, since I'm playing Path of Radiance, I ended up getting the Ike amiibo.
Yes.
Also, from the Smash set, Ed, Roy, Marth, and Peach are all on the way.
Ooh.
So,
yes.
Oh, and Samus, because I thought I had Samus, and then I didn't, so I can't find Samus. But in terms of like collectible figures, Ed, I'm almost done with the Power Rangers. Okay, I did order the Alien Rangers, so those are on the way, and I did order the Black Ranger Tommy from Dino Thunder.
Yes,
and Zordon.
Those two you told me.
And Zordon and Alpha, I did order. So like the Rangers, except for the Street Fighter ones, are done. And so now all I need to do is look for the bad guys, right? But in the meantime, I showed you a picture of the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? They have 2 sets going right now, Super 7. It's like they make collectibles of classic toys. I've never heard of them until recently. So they're doing the original 80s run of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from that cartoon, a set of toys from that cartoon, and they're doing.
Is that the Donatello? Well, the Donatello one that you got?
No. So the second set they're running is from the 2003 cartoon, which is the Donatello that I got. So I ended up getting the Donatello from that set just to see, because they're $49.99 a piece, but Donatello I got on sale on Amazon for $27. It dropped. It was like a deal of the day type thing, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I've spent more than this on worse things, right? Including the movie toys, which are just, dude. I don't know if I just have bad luck with NECA stuff, but like anything I've ever purchased from NECA is just junk. It's just garbage. All of the movie turtles I have, right? Now, granted, one of them is like a Chinese ripoff. Clearly, like a Chinese eBay sold it cheap because they got it from a Chinese reseller or something, right? So like,
right,
it's already a piece of garbage. but 3 of them are like real legit ones, and they're all just garbage, dude. They're all just trash, like
Oh
to the point where like
no.
I like looking at them, but anytime you try to move them or repose them, good luck trying to get them to stand up or staying, because they're just, they're just not going to stay. And it sucks because I like them, but they're just trash. So I was like, I want a nice set of Ninja Turtles that don't make me feel like crap for buying them. So I was like, this Super 7 has a nice run of turtles. I think the design from the 2003 cartoon is the best design of the Ninja Turtles, right? I think they're the cleanest, the coolest design.
And the quality is so good.
And so I'm like, okay, let's order it. Dude, this is the nicest collectible toy I think I've ever purchased. I'm not even kidding. In terms of quality, like opposable figure, right? The Destiny ones are pretty nice, but in terms of just like a quality figure that you can pose and stand and show off, like it is just, it feels nice, it poses nice, it doesn't feel like parts are going to snap off because it's been sitting in a box for too long and the plastic has gotten stuck together. It comes with 2 different heads and a bunch of different hands and accessories and stuff, which I have in I have my accessory thing over here, like the box. But it's just like, man, I instantly wanted to buy the rest of them, to the point where like today Michelangelo was on sale for $35.
Not bad.
But I went ahead and pre-ordered Splinter and Casey Jones, which come out in March. All the turtles are out. I'm not gonna get Shredder from this set or like any of the bad guys or anything from this set. I'm just gonna get the core 6 characters.
I will say this: they photograph so well.
Yeah.
So that's how you know the quality is good. Because when you sent me the Donatello one, you was talking about it. I'm like, this is insanely good. Just the quality of it, and I'm just like, better yet, the picture that you sent me, I was just like, yeah, you need to frame this one because this is just too good of a picture.
Yeah,
like, and that's how top tier the quality is.
Yeah, and like even the Power Rangers that I've been buying, right? Like they're decent quality until you start posing them and like moving them around too much. Then they just get like really loose, like their joints and stuff get really loose.
Yes.
So in terms of that, like I had to buy like these little stands that clip onto their feet to keep them from falling over. The Power Rangers have I have little stands that they stand on now, essentially. Not all of them are bad, but some of them are like the Omega Rangers that I ordered, clearly used, by the way. I put stands on all those, but like they're still really good quality, but like this one Ninja Turtle puts everything I've ever purchased maybe ever to shame in terms of quality. So, and it's cool because like I actually have the original run of the 2003 toys.
Yeah.
Well, Miles plays with them now because like I let him play with a bunch of the only Ninja Turtles he's not allowed to play with are like the original set that I bought, like I got when I was a kid. They're all just kind of like off to the side because I'm trying to fix them right now. Like I have
Playmates, right?
Yeah, I have
okay.
I have new belts for all of them, and like I'm trying to find the weapons and stuff. I'm trying to make sure all of them are complete so I can just like set them up and just leave them. Essentially. But it's cool because I do have the original run of the 2003 ones that Miles is playing with, and like I'm looking at the quality on those, and they're still pretty high quality, but like these
compared to that,
compared to this, it's like, man, these are like I wish toys that kids like when I was a kid played with were like this posable and like this action pack, like, or it looks so nice and so cool. And like he comes with his turtle communicator, and like I think in that cartoon it was called the shell cell, but in the original cartoon it was the turtle communicator. But like it comes with that, it comes with a slice of pizza, it comes with his bow staff and some goggles and another face with a like an angry kind of face.
Yeah.
So, and then I did order the Michelangelo. It'll be here tomorrow, actually. He comes with two sets of nunchucks, and one of the sets is actually spinning. So like you can have him spinning his nunchucks in a pose, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, those are my
They give
pickups.
him
I can't say enough good things about this Ninja Turtle. So.
Yeah, because I remember the like around the 90s, 2000s, and even when I was at Toys, with some of the turtles, it had that shiny plastic to it, which was fine and stuff. But seeing like I said, it's like you see the day and night. You if you put them together, you be like, oh,
Yeah.
I can see the quality into this to the mass produced version of this.
I think what makes this photogenic, and Super 7 clearly knows what they're doing with that, it looks like, because like you look at the original toys, like you said, they're kind of shiny. They kind of have that like cheap plastic paint on them, right?
Yeah.
And like that's what makes them gives them that plastic shine. This has like a matte paint job, so like it eliminates the shine and the glare and everything. So they're clearly made to be shown off in some capacity.
It gives the skin that detail.
Yeah.
That detailed look and that detail feel. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I don't know, man. This is like the coolest Ninja Turtle thing I think I've ever purchased in my life. So, and I'm really excited to get. I'm not a huge fan of the way Casey Jones looks in the show, period. But like, I mean, I'm not buying the NECA movie Casey Jones, because the NECA, I'm done buying NECA stuff. I'm sorry, I'm done. But they don't, but like I hate the original toy line Casey Jones 2, which is the one they already sell. So I'm like, well, this is going to be the happy medium, because it doesn't look bad. It's the best of the Casey Jones figures.
Pretty
but
much.
The Splinter one actually looks good. Like what kills Ninja Turtles for me is the Splinter designs. I can deal with like the weird looking turtles, like the roided out turtles from the Michael Bay movies, or like the weird Rise designs, right? I can deal with that. They're weird, but whatever. The thing that kills me, that makes or breaks Turtles for me, is the Splinter design, right? Which is why I love the first two movies, which is why I love the original cartoon and the 2003 cartoon. Splinter should not, and even the 2012 cartoon on Nickelodeon, the CG one, when Rob Paulson came back to do Donatello, and like, you know, they did a whole, that cartoon's actually pretty good, all things considered. That Splinter design's really good. But like, man, you look at some of these Splinter designs, like the Splinter design in the movie, like the live action movies, the recent ones, sucks. Like, they made Splinter a total idiot in the new animated movie. Like, he's just an idiot. Like, I hate Splinter in the new movie.
Is it Mutant Mayhem?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
because I agree with you. It's like when Turtles first came out as a cartoon, that Splinter, I love the design, the look, because it really had a cartoon. And then when you see the toys, you'd be like, okay, this really does look like the cartoon / like video game. Like Konami did a great job. But like, when you really want to resonate Splinter, it's gonna be the first and second movie.
Yeah, you know, that's the best Splinter, in my opinion. And I think, and not to, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like the Splinter design of the 2003 cartoon looks like an animated version of the first two movies.
Okay.
And that's why I really like it. And so I ended up pre-ordering that too. But
yeah, because it was Jim Henson that did the first movie. I think they did the first.
He did the first two.
Okay.
Well, no,
that's why
he did the first one, and then he died. But the Henson Company still did the second movie.
Second one. Okay.
So
that's why the look of it is so memorable.
You
know.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so I agree with you.
um so yeah, that's the new obsession now. There's only 6 of them though, so it's not like I'm gonna go uh getting a bunch of weird Ninja Turtle toys now, like I did with the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
I do think I'm going to get the cool Karai figure that they made for. I think it's the last Ronin version of Karai that looks really cool. I think I might get that Karai, but I just think Karai is a cool character in theory. But again, the designs in her in various versions of Ninja Turtles is like, what are you doing?
She was the final boss in Terminator Fires for Super Nintendo, right?
I
Or
don't
am I thinking
know.
of someone else?
I never played through Tournament Fighters on Super Nintendo, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, you had the Turtles collection. So
I
okay,
do. I mean,
then.
I
So
will. I'll do it eventually, but I think Karai, the best design for Karai is probably I like the way she's designed in the new game, the Shredder's Revenge game. I think her design in that is really good, but I think it looks like it's kind of based off of the 2007 animated movie,
yeah.
which I think is also a great design. And I love the turtle designs in that movie too. I think the turtles actually look really good in that movie. But anyways, I could talk all day about that stuff. So I can't
Well,
wait till the rest of these turtles come in, though, man. They just look so good. I'm obsessed.
I'm
I'm obsessed
excited.
with it. They did Super 7 did a Power Rangers line too. And they're actually cheaper than the ones that I've been buying. So,
okay.
like overall, relatively speaking, they're cheaper. So whoops.
Right.
But the Lightning Collection's nice.
Well, Corey, how about we get into Family News? Take it away.
Yeah, let's do that, huh? Family news. So let's talk about there's not a lot of there's not a lot of news and there's not a lot of things to spend time on. Which is good since we're already an hour and a half into the show and haven't even started talking about Nintendo really. But whatever, it's fine. You guys knew what you signed up for when you downloaded this episode or streamed it or whatever. If this is your first time, this is what you get. Metroid Prime 4 has surpassed 1 million units across Switch and Switch 2. Nintendo has officially confirmed that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond has surpassed 1 million combined sales across Switch and Switch 2. Following confusion around Nintendo's latest financial report, which showed neither version individually reaching a million seller milestone, GameFile journalist Stephen Totillo confirmed via Nintendo that the combined total has now crossed that mark. While exact figures remained undisclosed, the update aligns Prime 4's performance more closely with past entries in the series, especially considering its cross-gen launch and releasing during one of Nintendo's busiest years. So that's good because we were kind of confused and concerned, really, that it didn't chart. I was actually like, LaRon actually corrected me of all people. Nintendo noted Nintendo lover LaRon Dawkins.
I miss him.
Yeah, because we were talking about it on Boss Rush, and I was concerned. I was like, man, I'm kind of concerned. I mean, if it was a Switch 2 only game, that's one thing, but it was released on both systems, like, and it didn't chart. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, anyways, it did, and it sold over 1 million units, and that's good. So good for you, Nintendo. Good for you.
Yes.
I still need to get back to it, but it's I'll get there. I just I've been too busy playing, Fire Emblem, Ed. I can't get enough Fire Emblem.
I just gotta finish doing the collectings and then get to the end part and then beat the game.
Got to scan all
Which
the
I will
stuff,
get.
Ed. Got
Yeah.
to scan all that stuff. So, all right. Our next story here, Ed, kind of harkens back to a classic Mega Man tradition from the NES days, at least. Mega Man Dual Override Robot Master Contest reveals its top 20. Fan voting is live now. There will be a link to that in the show notes if you want to go do that. Capcom has officially revealed the top 20 fan-made Robot Master designs from the Mega Man Dual Override Design Contest. And voting is now open to the public. Fans can log in with their Capcom ID to vote on the design they like best, with voting running through February 5th. I guess it's over now, but sorry guys, that's my bad. To be fair, I did make the doc earlier, so whoops.
Yeah.
The winning Robot Master, designed around the theme of a giant suction arm, will appear in the final game, while top finalists will also earn credit, recognition, and exclusive social icons. Ooh. The future of Mega Man is in the hands of the fans once again. So that's cool. I really like that they did this.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought the fan voting was still going on. I forgot it was February already. I'm going to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that's kind of different about this, Ed, is that obviously they couldn't ask fans to design their own Robot Master and then design a level around that Robot Master and the Robot Master and the mechanics and everything. So like they chose one robot concept and had fans design around that concept. Mm-hmm. So that's the only kind of difference, just because obviously, you know, they're pumping out Mega Man games like rabbits on the NES, and they obviously, the way games are made today can't do that, really. But it's cool. I'm glad they did this. This was really neat. I'm excited to see the winner. I don't know if you went to the website and saw the concepts or anything, Ed, but some of them look really cool.
Not yet. Not yet. I gotta look it up.
I just hope fans did the right thing and like voted for the cool looking one and not like the ugliest one. You know, typical
right.
People doing things like that. But yeah, I really liked it. I think it was great. So good on Capcom for doing that.
I love that they did that, bringing that old school tradition back to this game.
Yeah, totally. Man, I by the way, one of the things I didn't bring down here for show and tell, I did buy. I don't know if I showed them to you or not, but the Elect Man and Bubble Man Mega Man figures.
No, because you said they were on their way. Yeah. But I didn't get to see them.
Yeah, after the show, I'll go get them and I'll show you after we record. But
okay,
man, dude, the Elect one looks so cool. Anyways, we gotta move on because I can talk about those figures too, because the Guts Man and the Cut Man, or the Guts Man and the and Wood Man are also available now. I kind of want them.
Yes, we talked about that last week.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, Super Mario Galaxy movie dropped a few teasers this weekend. Did you see them?
Yes, I did. Yes.
This movie looks, for some reason, this movie is doing a lot more for me than the first one. I'm like really excited to see this movie now. I don't know. I just think I want to see Toad and Yoshi's relationship unfold and see if Toad actually comes around to liking Yoshi, right? Because there's obviously a lot of snark and quip against Yoshi in this.
Yes.
Also, I feel like they should have called it the Mario Odyssey movie and not the Galaxy movie, considering how much Odyssey is in this movie.
Yes.
Between the upside down pyramids and the Bowser Jr. had the Mario Wonder look for Bowser Jr. and like just the giant dinosaur from Odyssey is in it. Like, I don't know. Maybe you could have
his mask from Sunshine.
Yeah, the frog suit. I love the Luigi frog suit moment is so funny looking.
Yeah.
It's so stupid and funny looking. I mean, the frog suit is stupid anyway, but like, it's just so funny.
I love the frog suit from Super Mario Brothers 3.
I mean, I love the frog suit too, but it still looks stupid. I hope one of them jumps in a giant boot. I hope someone's in a wind-up boot somewhere.
Boots to the ground.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, I hope somebody does that. But anyways, it's exciting. I'm excited to see this movie. I also am like really excited to hear like what? Oh. Okay. I got a notification. I'm like, what are you doing? It's nothing. I'm excited to see the part that Rosalina plays in this, because like this household, kids in this household are big fans of Rosalina, let me tell you. Especially Riley loves Rosalina. She won't let anybody else be Rosalina in Mario Party or Mario Kart except for her. She won't let anybody be them. She has like a Rosalina doll. She wants my Rosalina amiibo really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I might just get her one if it's not too expensive at some point, just to get her to stop touching mine. And I'm sure like the Mario movie will have a bunch of Rosalina toys and stuff too. So I don't know, man. I'm like excited to see how this movie turns out. So, and I'm sure you're beyond excited also, because you're Edward Varnell.
Cannot wait to go see it. If it comes out the day before my birthday, I'll be like, yeah.
It's April 1st, right? So.
Oh yeah, that is right.
So yeah, that's.
Why did I think it didn't have?
Your birthday's on what, the 4th? Your birthday's on the 4th, right?
The 10th.
10th.
It's on the 10th. Yeah. It's Saturday, I think.
I almost got there. I was there in spirit. So yeah, I'm excited to see how Yoshi fits into this story too, because the way they reveal Yoshi is just adorable, and the way that they like I love the tone of Toad in this against Yoshi. Right, because like obviously Toad was the one that everybody loved in the last movie, like generally speaking.
Yes.
And now Yoshi's here and is like the adorable, cute one, and clearly Toad, like they're playing on the concept that Toad is kind of jealous of Yoshi being the cute one now.
You're right.
Just makes me laugh.
There's a scene that Kamek and Yoshi are going at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Yoshi eats them. Not just like, finally, someone got Kamek.
Yeah, and then like the egg comes out but has the glasses on still. That made me laugh so bad.
And Yoshi's in a chair. I cracked up. I'm like, oh, they're going all in. The jokes are about to be outstandingly funny.
Yeah, it was good. The jokes were good. It was good.
I have a feeling it's another $1 billion movie.
Oh, dude, this one's gonna be so much bigger than that first one. It's not even funny. I have a feeling it's gonna be huge. So
yeah.
Good on them though. Good on Nintendo for figuring it out, right? So
and Illumination.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say it's more Nintendo than Illumination. I'm gonna say, but Miyamoto probably standing behind them with a fire flower to their head.
Look, just because you're a Disney guy.
No, it's not that. I just the minions are annoying.
Once again, let's give some props to Illumination. I know you're a Disney guy. I know you're a Pixar guy. Which I still want to go see Zootopia too.
I'm not
go see that.
Yeah, it's coming to Disney Plus soon. I would just wait for that in digital. So, no, Ed, you're going to be a Disney Plus subscriber soon, whether you like it or not, because Hulu's being merged into it.
Yeah.
So you're going to have all. You're going to be an ESPN Plus subscriber too, Ed. all those sports games you watch.
But yeah, we'll talk about that offline because I'm just like, I know I got Hulu, but that's all I got is Hulu.
I know, but they're turning your Hulu account into a My Disney account is what they will be doing if you haven't done that already. And so you'll log into everything through My Disney, and then when you go to Hulu, it'll just redirect you to Disney Plus. So
okay. So it won't say Hulu anymore, right?
Well, it'll say Disney Plus, and then at the top it'll say Disney, Hulu, ESPN.
Gotcha. Okay.
National Geographic. And then if you order like one of those packages with like HBO Max or whatever, right? Those will all be up there too.
Yeah, I just need Hulu. That's it.
You don't have a choice anymore, Ed. You just get it all. So, by the way, Daredevil starts soon, which I'm excited for. First Marvel thing I've been excited for a while. So, anyways, let's move on here. The last story here, Ed. We talked a lot about this during the Nintendo Direct, but Hamster has revealed their console archives lineup. They will be kicking the console lineup off with 10 games, starting with Ninja Gaiden II, The Dark Sword of Chaos, which is an NES game, which is also on NSO, I think.
Yes.
And Cool Borders, the PlayStation 1 game. So those will be the first 2 games that I think are already available. But
those 2 are.
Yeah, but the first 10 games, Ed, officially are Ninja Gaiden. So to be clear, they aren't just coming to Switch 2, they're also on PlayStation 4 and 5 as well. So Ninja Gaiden 2, Dark Sword of Chaos, Cool Borders, Doraemon from Hudson will be out in July. Nobunaga's Ambition, the NES 8-bit version, will be out. Max, Sonic Wings Special, which I think is looked like a bullet hell shoot 'em up type.
It's a vertical shoot 'em up spaceship kind of thing.
Desemon Plus, Rhapsody, a musical adventure, Master of Monsters, Disciples of Gaia, Monster Rancher Hop About, and UFO A Day in the Life. So those are the first.
Some of these games. Yeah, some of these games sound like PlayStation games.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are. This also sounds like, hey, the games that nobody else wants to make a collection for, Hamster picked up for pennies to publish.
Yeah. Because I think that Rhapsody one is a RPG. And I think there's one I think they made one for 360.
Maybe.
I know of the game, but I think it might be the PlayStation 1 version.
Yeah. I'm not sure, really.
And this is the way to circumvent Sony publishing in the games on Nintendo.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cool Borders, was that published by SCEA?
Yeah, I think so.
So if we're getting Cool Borders, can we get like Jet Moto and stuff like that? Can we start getting that stuff? Because that would be great. Thanks.
Look, can I get the first Wipeout? Because the Wipeout soundtrack is so good.
Yeah.
But that's Psygnosis, I think.
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah, because I used to play that so much on the demo disc, and then when you was able to get it to the music screen, because you've been able to play your CDs on there, your TV on your PlayStation.
Yeah.
I will put the demo disc in, keep it on the music screen and then find the Wipeout soundtrack and just play that because they had like they had like a trailer music and stuff.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Man, good times.
Yes.
Good
All right.
times. But that's it for news. So we could we'll do Pack Watch first, and then we'll get into the topic of the show, Ed, because we got enough to talk about on that for a while. We actually wanted to do an expansion pass on this topic, but considering our cadence for expansion pass coming out in the next the next month or so, like by the time we got to this as an expansion pass topic, like this news might already be news somewhere. So we just thought we would just throw it into the show. I mean, we can always expand on it later, but
well, if our topic shows up in a surprise Nintendo Direct hosted by Nintendo, it'll be something that we'll definitely talk about in a direct recap.
Yeah. So our Pack Watch this week, here are the games you can buy on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 right now. So I went through the eShop proper on the Switch 2 today, Ed. Made sure I didn't add any AI slop. But if you're watching live, you can actually see the games in the ticker at the bottom. So you can check that out. Also, I'm trying to be more active in the live portion of the show. More producer-esque. It's really hard when you're doing it all, but it's fine. We need a producer. Just someone who sits here and chimes in once in a while, but also switches all the tags for us. Now hiring. Can't pay you, but you put on your resume. It'll be fine. Also, I think we're moving away from StreamYard soon, so it should be extra great. To you 50 people who are watching, nobody cares. Tokyo Scramble is out now, or out on Monday. So now, by the time you hear this on podcast feeds, you saw this in the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase this past week. Tokyo Scramble is a survival puzzle action game set deep underground. When Anne awakens after an accident, she finds herself in a network of subterranean caverns overrun by Xeno, mysterious creatures that resemble dinosaurs. She could just call them dinos instead of Xenos. Left stranded in this hostile environment where only the strong survive, Anne's only hope is to find a way back to the surface. As her journey continues, Anne comes face to face with a diverse and deadly array of Xeno. With her sights set on the light filtering in from above, Anne must rely on her wits to flee, distract, fight back however she can. But she does not have. But does she have what it takes to escape the prehistoric world alive? Question mark. Yeah, man, this is a weird one. On February 12th, Mario Tennis Fever is hitting your Nintendo Switch 2. Hit the court for explosive action in the latest Mario Tennis game. Join Mario and friends for over-the-top tennis mayhem. Use topspin, slices, lobs, and other familiar shots, along with other fancy footwork and new defensive maneuvers to outpace your opponents on the court. Keep a rally going, build up your fever gauge, and unleash powerful fever shots that can be augmented with special effects by equipping fever rackets. Freeze the court with an ice racket, summon mushrooms that shrink opponents with the mini mushroom racket, duplicate yourself with the shadow racket, and more. Mix and match 30 different fever rackets with 38 playable characters, the most in series history, to find a strategy that works for you. I hope it's good. The last few Mario Tennis games have been, we'll say, disappointing. There hasn't been a good Nintendo tennis game since Wii Sports. That's not true. The mechanics of Mario Tennis are good. It just, there's never any meat to the games, as it were. Although Aces had that weird kind of RPG mode.
Yeah, and this one has a campaign with the like baby Marios.
Yeah, the babies. Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties. There's a deluxe edition of this that's $74.99, or the base version is $59.99. Yakuza Kiwami 3 is an extreme remake, it says, of the action adventure beat 'em up Yakuza 3, featuring ex-Yakuza Kazuma Kiryu's fight to protect those he loves. Dark Ties is a brand new game featuring Yoshida Mine from Yakuza 3, included as a separate action-packed experience.
Mm-hmm.
Also on February 12th, Dear Me, I Was... ... this is an Arc System Works game, Ed. It kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, seeing the Arc Systems name attached to this.
Yeah, this is from the people who made Hotel Dusk.
Mm-hmm.
Room 123. There is a playthrough of it because I think it was a mobile game or PC game, I believe. But now it's just hitting Switch. So
yeah. So it says, a short tale, a long journey. With a beautiful watercolor touch, it depicts the life of a woman in her ordinary and modest life, experience her joys, her sorrows, her growth. Witness the story she spins in a life woven by those around her.
Mm-hmm. I miss seeing and that design. So
it's a pretty looking game. I'm surprised it's that cheap, to be honest. But
there's reasons for it.
I'm sure.
That's
let's see here. The next game on the list is Reanimal, which we also saw in the most recent partner showcase. From the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, have returned to take you on a darker, more terrifying journey than ever before. In this horror adventure game, a brother and sister go through hell to rescue their missing friends and escape the island that they used to call home. So when I saw this during the direct, I was like, man, this looks a lot like Little Nightmares. I didn't know it was by the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because Little Nightmares 3 was done by a different team. So
yeah, and they said that people didn't like the third one. They said it was okay, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, that's to be expected when a series you love is taken over by a different... I mean, that's what happened to Life is Strange also, right? Like, people seem to like the Deck 9 games more than the other team that doesn't. I don't remember the team.
Don't Nod.
Yeah, no, they seem to like the Don't Nod games more than the Deck 9 games.
Deck 9 was, yeah.
Anyways. All right. The last game. Ed, we're getting a farming sim this week. Can't go a week without another farming sim. Sugar Dew Island. In this cozy farming game, you have to run your own farm shop, take care of your animals and your farm, sell your goods for the cute forest folk, upgrade the island, and fulfill small orders from the Harmony Tree to fill the island with life again. Oh, man. Just can't get enough of these farming sims, man.
Gotta give them something cozy.
Ooh, I put Nintendo Pow Black. That's not right.
Ooh.
Whoops. Anyways. Not important. I'm kind of working on that one project I told you about, Ed.
Yes.
So weekly updates, Ed. Here are updates on the games that you could be playing on your Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 right now. Team Cherry has launched a Hollow Knight update alongside its Switch 2 edition, bringing performance tweaks, new resolution support, controller improvements, bug fixes, and under-the-hood upgrades from Silksong to both Switch 1 and 2. Level 5's new Fantasy Life I update is live on Switch 1 and 2, adding a high difficulty boss, new dream quests, tons of items and recipes, UI improvements, balance tweaks, and a long list of bug fixes. Dude, I don't know if you saw the long list of bug fixes.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm like, how is this game even running? Just looking at it. Let's see here. Nintendo has updated Super Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 to version 1.3.1 on Switch and Switch 2. A minor patch that only updates software information with no changes to in-game content.
Oh, okay.
Splatoon.
I still have mine wrapped up in the copy.
Yeah, I have a physical copy, still shrink wrapped, but I did buy the digital versions just so I could play them. I'm going to be that weird guy now. Anytime a classic Mario games come out in a collection, I'm leaving it sealed from now on because of what happened to the 3D All-Stars thing. Just skyrocketed in price after they took it away. Splatoon 3's version 11.0.1 update is now live, delivering bug fixes to blaster behavior, controller feedback, and multiplayer ink display issues following last month's major patch. Nintendo's rolled out Dragon Drive version 1.2.1 on Switch 2, a small update that fixes defensive pressure issues and makes general tweaks to smooth out the overall gameplay experience. Super Mario Party Jamboree's version 2.3.0 update is now live on Switch and Switch 2, adding Thai and Polish language support on Switch 2 alongside general tweaks and fixes to improve the overall gameplay experience. Hope they tweaked it more so my kids could win. Civilization 7 version 1.3.2 update adds Gilgamesh as a free leader, introduces nested tooltips, and a new appeal lens for better happiness management. It tweaks French Empire and Dai Viet abilities, adjusts diplomacy, economy, military, and AI behaviors, and includes numerous UI, text, and audio improvements ahead of the larger Test of Time expansion coming this spring. In terms of Nintendo Switch Online, we did mention last week that Game Boy got 2 new games. So Yoshi and Balloon Kid were the games added to the Game Boy NSO platform. And then Nintendo Music, they did add the Tomodachi Life music to Nintendo Music right after that direct, but they also, we missed it last week, but they also added WarioWare Mega Micro Games music to Nintendo Music. So we did miss that last week. All right, Ed, it is it's time for the topic of the show.
Yes.
Topic of the pod, as they say. Is we actually coming to Nintendo Switch Online, Ed? A leaked support page for Nintendo Switch 2 for the Wii Remote seems to suggest it might actually happen and happen soon. Nintendo support has posted a page for an unannounced Wii Remote accessory for the Nintendo Switch 2. With GameCube games already available on the Nintendo Classic service, a Wii library could be next, but the page itself offers no details, suggesting that it may simply be part of future planning. But it is an official page. There was an official link to it. It has since been taken down. There are screenshots of the page. Nintendo Everything has it. My Nintendo News has it. Nintendo Life reported on it. It is an official NSO Wii image. It looks like it's the you know how when you turn it on, they have the classic controllers on the module, right? Like the the 16:9 module. It's clear as day a Wii version of an NSO module. So, so I do want to note that there have been several Wii games ported to the Switch that are also playable on Switch 2 since 2017 when the Switch launched, but that has not stopped Nintendo from putting NSO on. We were talking about how GameCube games were being remastered and remade for Switch, and that didn't stop them from putting that there. So let's. I just want to list the games that have from Wii that are available now on Nintendo Switch, and then we can kind of dive into the Wii Virtual Console, Nintendo Switch Online module, and what that could possibly look like.
Yes.
So in 2017, we got Cave Story via Cave Story Plus. We got World of Goo, which was a WiiWare title at the time. Art of Balance. In 2018, we got Art of Balance. We have HD versions of De Blob and De Blob 2, which were really fun Wii games, honestly. Go Vacation, Mega Man 9 and 10 via the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. The Lego Harry Potter games. A lot of the Lego games have been ported. Most of them were on Wii, and now they're on, other hardware. But Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo Dungeon. So that came as Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Everybody for the Switch in 2019. Sword and Soldiers also has come out to Switch. In 2020, we got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Mario Galaxy via the 3D All-Stars collection. We got a lot of the Bit Trip games. So Bit Trip Beat, Fate, Core, Void, Runner, and Flux all came to Switch. No More Heroes 1 and 2, Sam & Max Season 1. We got Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD on the Switch. Active Life Outdoor Challenge, whatever that is. In 2021, this was kind of one of the bigger ones with Skyward Sword HD. A Boy and His Blob, which we both really liked on the Wii, and it ended up coming. That was one of the few games on the Wii that I actually really loved. I think Way Forward did that, right? So,
yeah,
that's like one of the just such a charming game that
I still have my copy. I still have my copy in the box.
Counterforce ended up coming over under its original brand in X Zeus, the Complete Collection. Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space. Sonic Colors came out as Sonic Colors Ultimate. I really like Sonic Colors. I think that's a great Sonic game. The Wii version of Star Wars The Force Unleashed came to Switch. It is the Wii version. Trust me, it's the Wii version. It's definitely the Wii version. Which is fine. It's just that it has motion controls and has those levels instead of the kind of normal game. Again, it's fine. It's just that's what we got. And then in 2023, we got Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, Dokapon Kingdom as Dokapon Kingdom Connect in 2023. Epic Mickey Rebrushed was ported in 2024, which I still think that game is really a top-notch game. I hope there's a Switch 2 upgrade to that, just because it would run better and look nicer. But
yes.
And then My Sims Cozy Bundle includes the My Sims and My Sims Kingdom from the Wii on the Switch. And then in 2025, we got Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, Tales of Graces, F Remastered, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. So those are the Wii games that we have gotten so far on the Switch, which is a lot. I mean, we thought there was a lot of GameCube games, but there are definitely a lot of Wii games. So even though we have all of these Wii games, right, already, I think that having a Wii kind of portal for NSO would get us a lot of games that we don't currently have that maybe the companies don't want to put a lot of effort into porting. Like, I want to throw out two that I think would do really well on NSO and not necessarily in sales, but The Last Story from Mistwalker we talk about all the time.
Oh yes.
And then Pandora's Tower, which is the other Operation, what was it called? Operation Rainfall. Those three.
Rainfall, yeah.
Where Xenoblade Chronicles was really the only one that took off from that.
Yes.
But I think those two, we've been asking, I mean, you and I have been talking about for those games forever, right? But another one I thought of, Ed, that doesn't really get brought up a lot and has only really been ported to PSP, which was that Final Fantasy IV, The After Years, like that weird sequel they made to Final Fantasy IV.
Because that was WiiWare, I think.
Yeah, that was a WiiWare exclusive, and then they ported it to PSP. They had that weird bundle.
Excuse me.
So, I think a Wii NSO makes sense. Just think about launching that with Wii Sports, right? Like how,
yes,
like you launch it with Wii Sports, you can get a lot of what do you call it? The on rails shooters like House of the Dead from Sega, or the weird Resident Evil ones that were made, right? Or
get the Ubisoft games on there.
Yeah, I feel like you could get a lot of you can even get Capcom involved with like Zack and Wiki, which is like an amazing game.
Oh yes.
Didn't Sega try to make a Knights game for that?
Yes.
And then, you would have the Klonoa games, even though they got that Fantasy Reverie remake, right? So maybe not, but those Klonoa games are good.
What was that Tokyo Destruction? That Tokyo Destruction game that is fully localized and everything, but it never came out.
Oh, the one that was like Project Hammer when they showed it off?
Not
is that the one?
No, it's a different one.
Then they never released it here.
It's something. I got Destruction something, I think.
I don't really remember. But like,
go ahead.
You could do like Sin and Punishment Star Successor.
Yes. Well, Capcom wouldn't do Monster Hunter 3.
No, I'm trying to think more first party stuff, like things that would be really cool to see on NSO. But
Punch Out.
Oh, dude, yeah, the best Punch Out, dude. Punch Out Wii is so good. Punch Out Wii is so good, man. And then like you could do that. You could do Excite Truck and Excite Bike, or Excite Bots. That was the other one on Wii, right? The robot racing one.
Excite Truck.
Excite Truck was the first one, and then Excite Bot came out later. You could do like, there's just so many, like the Wii Play and Wii Sports Resort, like obviously all the Wii games, right? Like you can even put Wii Music on there, but you could bring back Wii Fit.
Yeah,
I know that's kind of a big joke, but you really could bring back Wii Fit and put it on there. I think there's a lot of weird stuff on the Wii that wouldn't necessarily sell a lot of copies if you sold it outright, but would be cool to have integrated into the Wii NSO stuff.
Cooking Mama, like the first one.
Well, yeah, but that franchise is so up in the air in terms of rights and who's publishing it. And
well, the Cooking Mama was the yes before it came to Wii.
Yeah,
you had to stick the remote control in the baby.
Yeah, but then also if you don't want to re-release the Metroid Prime, other two Metroid Prime games, this is how you could do it. You could release 2 on GameCube and 3 on NSO, and then Other M obviously could be one. There's just a lot you could do, man. Like I think there's a lot of things you could do and release on the Wii. I keep calling it Virtual Console, man. NSO that
Yeah.
even if you like didn't buy Donkey Kong, like you could release the Wii version maybe on there if you wanted to, really. But
Shoot. Get Ubisoft to put Red Steel on that mother.
oh yeah,
You
dude,
know.
you could put Red Steel and Red Steel 2 on there. Rayman
Mm-hmm.
Origins. Although, like, I would like to just see an HD definitive edition of Rayman and Rayman Origins and Legends together.
Well, you'll
But
definitely get like the party gangs and stuff.
yeah, I mean that's where the Rabbids came from, right? Rayman Raving Rabbids. You could just get
Yes.
that on there.
And those are quite fun. Definitely the music levels and stuff that are like really fun.
Yeah, especially if Ubisoft ends up like re-releasing a gold edition for Switch 2 of Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which is kind of rumored right now. Like,
yes,
you could use that as a marketing beat as from Ubisoft and be like, hey, we're about to release this. Here's where the Rabbids came from. Like, if you really want to know, like, you can also play this on Wii, NSO, whatever.
Do the begging of Capcom versus Tatsunoko. Even with the license thing, people will beg Capcom to be like, you need to put this on NSO. Like Capcom could make money by re-releasing it and giving us the arcade edition and stuff. But if they were just like, if we could put it out on NSO, I think they're probably get a big chunk of the fighting community if they haven't upgraded to Expression Pass to get it. Because Tatsunoko versus Capcom, that game right there deserves more love. That game does get recognized in the franchise, but people just wish that it got more love because it did sell out everywhere when it came out.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm trying to think of like other, like, because like it's
You know what?
it's clearly going to focus on first party games, right? Because
Yes.
obviously these other games have either been remade or remastered, or like they're going to want to package them in some sort of collection from these third parties.
I wonder if Kobe Tecmo will put that Rygar game in that came to Switch, the PS2 version. That got the Wii version to it.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking up. I just want to see what
would Nintendo actually do
gosh,
what was
dude,
that?
if they
had the rainbow something?
I just got a really terrible feeling.
Go ahead.
What if like this is how they celebrate Zelda's 20th or Twilight Princess's 20th anniversary, is they put Wii Virtual Console on here and they launched the Wii version of Twilight Princess. I would cry.
No.
I would cry so hard, dude.
I would be thankful for it because I'm like, okay, if you're gonna give me the Wii version, give me the GameCube version. But Nitty, I'm ready to give you coin if you give me a Wii U version for Switch 2.
I would hate everything.
You give me a 60 or a 4K. Goodness, a 4K version of Twilight Princess or a 1080. I mean,
you can't not sell those games, right? I mean, like they're Zelda games. You can sell. Here's the thing, though, right? They did make quality of life changes to Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, so they are technically different games, versions of the games, right? They're not just HD ports, but like, dude, like the GameCube version of Wind Waker launching NSO with that is one thing, but like
the Wii U version just out. I'm sorry, the Wii U version just outshines the GameCube.
They're the best versions of those games, hands down. No contest.
Right. And they cut so much from it to make the game easier. Like with the GameCube version, you have to fish all of those spots to get the and get the maps and stuff. You got to do all of that to get the Triforce stuff to end the game. And you don't. I mean, you still have to do that in the Wii U version, but they like made it easier to do. You know.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had a little mini freak out there. But I mean, so another one that I'm actually shocked they didn't put in with the new Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe Switch game, but new Super Mario Brothers Wii. Like in my opinion, that's the best of the new Super Mario Brothers games is the Wii one.
Oh, dude, that thing's so.
I mean, it's sold like 35 million units.
Yeah.
But that's like you could launch with that, or like you could put that on there. Kirby's Epic Yarn, Boom Blocks, two Boom Blocks games. Remember Boom Blocks?
Yeah, EA was making big money off that game. Because that was Steven Spielberg too.
Zack and Wiki, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Super Paper Mario, which we talked about the other night.
Yeah, that would be a great one.
That would be an awesome one to launch with, to have on there at launch. And Kirby's Epic Yarn too is an awesome game.
Yeah.
Rhythm Heaven, Fever. Dead, like if you want to get EA involved, like Dead Space Extraction, Trauma.
You know, David won't. Mario Baseball. Trauma Center.
Trauma. Well, the Wii one is called Trauma Team, but Trauma Center was a huge deal on the DS, and like they tried to put it on the Wii, and it was like okay, but people were obsessed with that, dude.
Yeah, and that's Atlas.
Mario Kart Wii, I guess you could probably put on there.
Yeah, because they got most of the Mario Kart games on there besides the handheld ones, besides DS and 3DS. If they ever put it on.
Mad World, you could put on there, which was Platinum's first game.
Ooh, yeah.
Those two weird Sonic games, Sonic in the, what was it called? The Secret Rings, and then the other one, the Arabian Nights one. Those two.
Was that the one that he was in the knight outfit? The medieval?
Yeah. Like I said earlier.
Sonic, no, they did Sonic Colors already.
Yeah. Red Steel 1 and 2, you could do The Last Story, which we already talked about. There was an exclusive Geometry Wars game on there. Geometry Wars Galaxies.
Yeah. I'm looking at my Tomb Raider anniversary for Wii.
Yeah, that's not gonna be on there. It'd be cool, but it's not on there. Let's see.
I think they already did the Metal Slug anthology, like that collection that had all the games.
They did
on there.
They did, but remember Toki Tori? Those two games, maybe there was 3 of them. The weird, like, sort of puzzly kind of Mario versus Donkey Kong sort of feel to it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just
what was
all those mobile games, all those games that end up being good mobile games, like Mini Ninjas and Angry Birds are on here. Like, it's crazy, man.
The Conduit from Sega.
Both Conduit games.
Yes,
man. By the way, shout out to Block for his Conduit and Conduit 2 videos. Those are so good.
I never got to play the Conduit. It was sold out everywhere.
It's so weird, man. The Conduit was such a weird game, but that would be such an awesome addition to NSO, man. Those two games, like, especially the first one. The second one's a little wacky, especially the end. I'm not going to spoil the ending if anybody out there wants to play the Conduit on Wii, but like, dude, the Conduit is a legitimately an awesome first-person shooter, and in my humble opinion, better than Metroid Prime 3. I know I can feel Joey Ferris's blood boiling with me saying that right now.
That's hot takes. That's a hot cake hot take.
Shout out to Ferris Wheel Pro. Go subscribe to Joey. He's doing good stuff over there. He's so funny, dude.
Yes. It's crazy. Before we go, just a quick side tangent, Corey, about the conduit. Sega had it on lock with some of their low key games because 360 had Condemned,
Mm-hmm.
and then the conduit uh on Wii, and it was just like, and then they did Platinum's Vanquish.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sega sometimes were in their bag, and I don't think we give them some. I don't think people give them the respect for some of their games. You just didn't expect
Mm-hmm.
because me and Jesse talk about Condemned so much because he loves that game, and it was really big. And then the Conduit was big on Wii, and of course I love Vanquish because Platinum and Sega came together to make one of the best 3D shoot 'em ups, over the shoulder, like wackiness. But I'm like, this was true Platinum making a beautiful game like this, and Sega published it. So Sega was kind of in their bag in those times.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, Sega was doing it. It was also at a time when Sega was still experimenting with not being in the console space. So like you were getting some weird stuff that was interesting and cool and experimental, and also before they owned Atlas. So like you didn't have any of that. So like
Yes.
Sega was in a really weird spot, and it was creating all these weird games. But shout out, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sega. Shout out to a lot of things today,
Uh,
apparently.
I wonder would Nintendo do Metroid Other M.
That's that. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to find, the Nintendo games that maybe like would fit on the service without reselling them, right? So like,
Yes.
I mean, the obvious one for me would be Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, right? I mean, that
Mm-hmm.
still shocked they didn't release those two in a collection, honestly. Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn HD, which they still could, but um I'm on the Metacritic list of Wii games. So
Okay.
Wario Land Shake It could be one, right? Remember that weird 2D Wario game we got? That was
Yes.
weird.
Yes.
Um man, there are a lot of weird games on here. I doubt we're gonna get Skylanders.
No, we wouldn't get that. Activision. I don't think Activision will put any of their game. Well, because it's Microsoft Activision, I don't think Microsoft will put any of their games
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, Mercury Meltdown. Remember that kind of weird, that game that was kind of like Marble Madness, but it was a drop of metal mercury instead of a marble, and you had to send
Yeah.
it through the maze. That could be one. There are 3 Trauma Center games. Endless Ocean
I
could
was
be
think,
one.
I was thinking of U Draw from Ubisoft.
Yeah, I kind of
Because
feel
of
like
the mouse pad and stuff.
Ubisoft doesn't want to like acknowledge that game's existence.
But it made them money. They just overdid it when they brought out the stuff for 360 and PS3 and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah. That weird Activision Ghostbusters game.
Oh, that was THQ. I'm sorry, not Ubisoft. That was THQ.
Yeah. That weird Ghostbusters game that was kind of like Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Battalion Wars. I forgot that they made an Advance Wars games for that. The Battalion Wars 1 and 2. Elebits. Remember Elebits?
With the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a weird one. Man, there are so many Wii games on here. Ivy and Kiwi, or Ivy the Kiwi. Remember that weird game?
3D platformer.
That was a weird one. Man, there are a lot of games on the Wii, man. Those Resident Evil first person kind of on rail shooters. Remember that weird Rodea the Sky Soldier?
Yes.
And it ended up coming to Wii U also.
Yes.
That was weird. Mario Party 9. I think Mario Party 8 and 9 were on the Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of cool games on here that I just forgot existed. Oh, the weird Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles RPG. What was it? The Crystal Bearers.
Was that the one that they re-released
They
on
never
Switch?
no, they never re-released it. It's only on Wii. It's a straight up RPG. It's just a Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
But everybody was calling it, like, at the time, like,
I'm thinking of the GameCube Crystal Chronicles.
yeah,
Okay.
everybody at the time was calling it the real Final Fantasy 11. And then we got Lost Odyssey, which was also the real Final Fantasy 11, apparently.
Love Lost Odyssey, so good.
So good.
Just Okami, even though they got Okami HD.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that.
The IGN cover.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of possibilities for this Wii Virtual Console that doesn't necessarily involve, you know, the major games that are already on sale, right? But there's a lot here that could be a possibility of filling out that roster of games. And obviously, they're not going to release these games all at once, but I don't know. I could see them launching with like Metroid Prime 3 or New Super Mario Brothers or one of these other obscure games like Kirby game. I could see them launching with that.
Because most likely you could use the remote and nunchuck, or you could use the Joy-Cons with them.
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing too, right? Is the Wii remote going to require a sensor bar? Or are you going to have to buy like a battery powered sensor bar or USB sensor bar, or are you going to like? Will the Wii remote know that it's actually like the guts of a Joy-Con inside?
Yeah.
And maybe you won't need that, because that's where it starts to get kind of weird. Is like, oh, well, kind of, need a sensor bar for this Wii remote, and then like you have all these other things that you need to hook up, and then do you sell the class
Motion Plus?
Yeah, and like, okay, so now you have this Wii remote. Oh, do you make new nunchucks, right? Do you make those weird classic controllers for games that don't need the Wii remote, or do you just make them use the Pro controller? Like, starts to get kind of fishy that way, but also like, who cares? The hardcore people will buy all this garbage anyway. They're selling a Virtual Boy, for Christ's sake. They're going to sell Wii remotes,
Oh, heck yeah.
So I'm actually all for it. Like, I've always been really stubborn about the Wii, and it really made me miss a lot of things that were on the Wii, right? Just from this point of motion controls.
Yes.
So like, part of me, even though I joke about it on the show a lot about how much I hate the Wii, like, part of me kind of feels bad for like feeling that way and never really giving some of those games a shot because of the motion controls, right? So I'm all for the Wii kind of getting a second go on the Switch, especially these games that maybe wouldn't sell millions of units, but should exist somewhere. Plus there's so many great games on here. Like Sin and Punishment Star Successor is like an awesome, like on rails kind of shooter. Like, that game is legitimately good.
And I feel like they could clean a lot of this stuff up, because they kind of did it for GameCube.
Oh, dude, they cleaned up all the GameCube stuff. GameCube stuff looks amazing. Like, it's so good looking.
So, I mean, even though those Wii games would still be SD, with the graphics that they use for a lot of those games, they could really clean this stuff up and make it even look like 1080.
I mean, the GameCube emulator runs at 900p. It looks like, especially in handheld mode, looks legitimately like an HD like remaster.
Then they probably could do the same for it.
I mean, I would
900p or 1080.
I would assume whatever they did for the GameCube emulator, or whatever they did for the like the Mario Galaxy in the 3D All-Stars, like the 3D All-Stars version of Galaxy, whatever the Wii emulator they used for that, like, I assume I assume you could probably use that, right? Because we always said that was like a
Yeah,
test. That game felt like a test of like, how can we improve the N64 emulator, and how can we put GameCube and Wii on Switch without having to do a lot of like
work.
reprogramming, right? That's kind of
Yeah.
what that felt like, and we're seeing that with the GameCube stuff now. And it really, man, dude, I'm starting more and more to think that the next console on NSO is the Wii, right?
It I think it will make sense because like Sega has kind of just like
Bounced.
left the Genesis stuff. Right. And so I don't know if we will see anything from it. And I know Nintendo wants to roll out the Retro Boy. I think that is the plan for that. Because once those games are done on the Virtual Boy, and whatever comes to the other consoles and
Yes, those
stuff,
12 games when they're
I,
done.
I think they're going to be like, okay, let's get the Wii on here. It's time for us to put the Wii stuff on here, and because in reality, dude, they could do the summertime would be the greatest time to do the Wii stuff. For the summer direct, it'll be a great announcement to do, and then be like in August, we're rolling out 6 games, three from Nintendo, maybe 3 from their partners, or they all want to do Nintendo. That's completely fine. It started out with Wii Sports and do Metroid and Metroid Prime 3 or whatever. Like they could do some Super Paper Mario World, like some of their low key stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then be like, okay, and then a game that never was released in America but in Japan, bam, put that on. Put Captain Rainbow on, uh, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Get that localized, and then start showing like 10 pictures of games that's coming. And then if they do the Wii version of Fire Emblem, people gonna be like, yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And they could even throw on Smash if they want to, uh, if they need to,
Yeah.
because you would still have Smash Ultimate, but the Smash Wii version, people will be fine. People are just waiting for the Melee on GameCube.
Yeah, that's going to be the big one, right? Is like, I feel like I feel like Melee is something you drop for a marketing beat when the next Smash is in active development, right? Like, you're
Yes.
like, hey, Smash Ultimate is finished. I still feel like they're gonna do some DLC for like, I feel like Smash Ultimate's gonna get a Switch 2 port with new DLC characters. I'm still like, I still feel like that's more likely at this point. But also, like, maybe you get a Switch 2 update for Smash Ultimate and a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
that's if Sakurai is, because with Kirby Air Riders being done and the team disbanding, you know, I wonder if Sakurai's just like, I'm take some time off, and then I'm going underground to start creating the new whatever new IP or game
mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Yeah. Well, everybody out there, let us know what you think of a Wii NSO. Do you think we'll get a Wii NSO? I want to know what games you want, what you think will happen. I don't know. I was all in on this DS idea being the next one, but with this support page, I think it's clear that the Wii is the next one. But I'm the one thing they have to solve, Ed, which is something we haven't discussed yet. How do you solve the portable problem with the Wii? Like, how do you play the Wii games in handheld mode? Do you use the touchscreen as the pointer? Do you have a stylus that acts as the pointer?
No, you just throw it on the stand, and
But people want to
you can take the Joy-Con.
I know, but people want to hold it. What if you don't have a table in front of you? What if you're playing this on like a plane or something, or a train, or something that doesn't have a table in front of you? Which we're both terrible.
Well, the thing about it is, I think the thing about it is that you have to have it connected to the internet.
You don't.
So even if you are,
you only have to
for
check.
NSO?
You only have to check in every 7 days.
For NSO?
Mhm.
No, you have to.
You don't
no,
have
your
to. Be,
NSO
you don't have to be connected to the internet. You only have to connect to the internet once every 7 days. You can play NSO offline.
But you,
I promise. I
when?
promise you, you can play NSO offline.
I don't think you
I do
can.
it all the time. I played NSO a lot on vacation when I wasn't connected to the internet. I promise you.
I'm gonna take my Switch. I'm probably gonna take the train to work tomorrow.
Dude, just turn the turn it on airplane mode and launch because it doesn't connect to the internet. Just turn it on airplane mode.
We'll see. We'll see.
Ed.
Because the thing about it is that I can see with DS is DS style is easier. I think with Wii, because those games don't use a functional game.
Nintendo.com/support/articles/Nintendo Switch Online. Active Nintendo Switch Online members will have to have ongoing online memberships. Access to classic games can be played offline, but you must verify your account once every 7 days. It's literally on Nintendo's support page.
But even when I leave the house,
you need the link. Do you want to read it yourself? I'm literally looking at Nintendo's support page.
I'm just saying when I leave the house, if I'm at my train station parking lot and I got time before I could get on the train, you mean I could take my Switch 2 out and go straight play without having NSO? I mean,
yes,
without having no internet.
Yes.
That sounds so weird. I feel like I thought you had to have an online account.
Have to,
not online account, to be online.
No,
to play
you only have to verify your active membership once every 7 days by connecting it to the internet. But you do not have to be connected to the internet to play them if you verified your account within the last 7 days. Which is every time you turn your account gets verified every time you turn your Switch on and it connects to the internet. So like you don't have to like go through the things like, oh, I'm verifying my account. No, it just
okay.
Because I remember one time I did do that, and on the 7th day I couldn't play NSO because we were like going home, but the 8th it was like the 8th day that I hadn't been online or whatever, and I couldn't play NSO because I hadn't checked in a while.
Because I thought it would give you like that internet error code. That's what I'm thinking. Because that you don't see the bar, the online bar. So that's why. But I'll try it tomorrow. If I could play my NSO stuff while I'm on the train or even at work without no online, then I'll be getting some games done.
Good. I was worried. Ed hates me, everybody. It's fine.
I don't. But if it happens, I'm taking pictures and I'm sending it to you.
You don't send it to me, send it to Nintendo. That's straight on their support page, so you can send it to them. Of course, you have to connect to the internet to send it to them.
Exactly. I mean, the pictures would be on the phone, so
who's to say? Nobody will ever believe you. Oh,
but man. I think with Wii, you don't need to do. I mean, you could do handheld, but I don't think that. I think they would just tell you to put it on the stand and just use and take the Joy-Cons.
Do you think they would like try to actively do the Skyward Sword thing and like try to tie it to the other analog stick at all?
I do not think so. Now, I
mean, that feels like a sloppy but possible solution.
But there are some games where on the Wii you were able to hook your Super Nintendo controller
Mm-hmm.
to your Wii and be able to play it that way
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So if they could keep that, I mean, if if they could work it like the Pro controller, or even keep it where you could use the Joy Cons and don't have to take them off for certain selected games, then I think that would be fine.
Yeah,
Because and Billy Hatcher is on is GameCube, so that wouldn't. So I'm excluding that.
Billy Hatcher is really good, by the way. Hope we get that
Yeah,
on. I hope we get that on NSO at some point.
but if like House of the Dead needs to. Uh, I wonder if House of the Dead. That
I'm wondering if they would
what was
do some sort of touchscreen access for this.
probably because House of the Dead could be touchscreen. The one that have like uh that black plate. I want to say black ploitation, but like that other one with the white guy and the black dude, the one that they made for Wii.
Yeah, I don't know anything about House of the Dead. I just know that they exist. So sorry.
Cause I own it. What House of the Dead Wii?
Well, I guess we will find out.
Oh, House of the Dead Overkill. That's it.
I guess we will find out. But
If that last inquiry, yeah, if they announce it for the Summer Direct this year, I'll be super excited.
that feels like a summer direct announcement, right? Like a new virtual console thing. Or God, I keep calling it virtual console. God, we're on Wii now, and I just keep calling it virtual console. First of all, they shouldn't have changed the name, in my opinion, from virtual console. But that's such a good name.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, it's fine. Virtual console is such a good name.
Everybody, and once again, everybody, think about it. $50, right? Because of the expansion, you would have NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance.
I mean, you have everything except for DS. You would literally have everything except for DS, and maybe
Virtual Boy,
and maybe like early Game and Watch stuff, which I think would come if you got that second screen thing, right? Because some of those are dual screen. Right. So, but yeah,
because the only console, because
except the Game and Watch, the Game and Watch collections are on Game Boy Advance, though, right? So, like,
yeah,
I mean,
so the only one that you would be missing is Wii U, and most of the Wii U games is on.
Dude,
Switch.
all the good Wii U games are already on Switch. So,
but I mean, I would play Color Splash if they did Wii U NSO.
Well, that just kind of goes to the point of like, I feel like at this point, okay, well, anything that's not on the Wii U, Switch, or Switch 2 is going to go to NSO now at this point. And your important games for any of those consoles will get HD remasters or remakes or whatever and be sold. Or you can play the classic versions on NSO, or those last few Wii U ports will end up making their way to Switch 2, like Star Fox.
Or what was the Metroid Prime trilogy? Was that Wii?
That was Wii, yeah. Yeah, they made Metroid Prime 1 and 2 widescreen and use motion controls. I'm sure that will...
But they probably wouldn't do it because Metroid Prime Remastered.
Well, I mean, but you still get the other two games, right? So I'm still shocked they never... I'm still shocked they didn't release those other two in a pack of some sort. I still can't believe that. But...
the Prime trilogy, I want to hold that one because I wonder how does Nintendo do it and I think I would have to bounce ideas off of you to see how how they could do it, because I'm
I
just
mean, I
like,
don't know if they
can
released the
you
whole trilogy. I bet they just. I mean, Metroid Prime Remastered's already out.
right?
They would. My
You
thought is they would just release Metroid Prime 2 on GameCube and Metroid Prime 3 on Wii.
we,
And if you want to play the first one, you buy the first one.
but do you think
Or they
that
could drop the first one on NSO and you can play the old version that way. I mean, that's also
the
still a possibility, right? So
because a 1080p or a 4K Metroid Prime trilogy for $70 or
they
$60
should have just made that whole. They should have just made that.
with some amiibo functionality, because I'm just like, you got the whole Pikmin series on Switch and Switch 2. So I would.
Yeah, but there's still the rumors they're still going to release Pikmin 2 on the GameCube NSO. So like, you know what I mean? Like they could do either or, I feel like. It's Nintendo.
You could do.
It's Nintendo. Your important games, the important games are going to get HD remasters that you can purchase, right? Or
Yeah,
you subscribe and play them on NSO. That's
because Pikmin 2 did.
I feel like
Pikmin
that's
2
how
did
they're going
come
to do
on.
it.
Actually, did Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 just come on Wii? Or
Yeah,
just
they
Pikmin
did.
2?
They both did, because that was like the best way to play those, because you could run and throw the Pikmin at the same time, which was like game changing. Which was also the best way to play it on the Wii U, ironically enough, is to have the tablet either on your lap or in that weird stand it came on, and then use the Wii remote and nunchuck to run around and throw the Pikmin, and use the Wii tablet as the map.
Because Pikmin 3 was Wii U, and then they did an update for it.
Yeah,
I think
they did the
Wii
deluxe version that came with the DLC. Right, they for the Switch. So
yes,
yeah,
which I still need to buy Pikmin 1 and 2. I think I need to get 1, 2, and 3, so I could have it with Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is such an amazing game.
it is. Pikmin 4 is just it's awesome. If you haven't played Pikmin 4, I hope that they do a Switch 2 version with DLC for that game. I love Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is a top tier. It's a top Nintendo game of all time, I think, for me.
Those underground levels, I swear, I'm like, Miyamoto's hands have to be on it, because I'm like, this is some Zelda dungeon design, and I wanted more.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yes. So,
but that's our NSO segment of the show. If you want to tell us how you feel about Wii, or your memories of Wii, or you want it on NSO, let us know. But we're going to move into question block, Ed.
Question block.
Remember, you can email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. You can send us messages on social media, or you could join our Discord, the Boss Rush Network Discord. You can join and ask us your questions. Our first question comes from Ashley K via email.
Hi, Ashley.
I don't know. I don't want to read people's last names via email in case people don't want to be found, but I'm just not saying last names. If you want to write in and say it's okay to say your last name, you can, but some people don't like their names read on air, so unless we absolutely know you. Anyways, not important, I guess, but just wanted to say why I'm just saying K instead of known names here, please. Anyways, hello, my elite hosting agents. Thanks for reading my questions on the last episode. It really made my week. I have another one. I know you're big on collectibles. What's the one Nintendo item in your collection that you'd never trade? Every episode gives me new collecting ideas. Elite Block Agent Pride right here. Thanks.
So my collection, and I kind of gotta find it. I think I got it somewhere in my Nintendo stash. So I have I got this while working at Toys. And again, I don't know if they actually sold this or anything, but I had a DS cart holder of um of the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker treasure trunks. So when I open it up, it would play the treasure music that you found in Wind Waker.
Oh, that's
And
so
you were
cool.
able to put your DS cartridges in and then close it and
That's so
stuff.
cool.
Um,
I always
yeah,
wanted
I
one of
got it
those.
from I got it from the vendor every time they came in at Toys R Us, and th- I the vendor was so shocked on how much Nintendo stuff I knew and how much I nerded out. And I always was just like, I never was trying to dig for information or anything. Um, but I would just give him updates on how their products was selling in our store. It was just like, we kind of need more because we're selling out of stuff and everything. And I would get a little trinket and stuff with them. Very, very cool and everything. And I was always happy to see him. And then he ended up getting another job, and I didn't get to see him as much and stuff. So that is one of the things, collectibles, I would never trade it. And plus my Ochi that Stephanie got me, I cannot trade that. Thank you, Stephanie, once again. I love my Ochi. I literally almost cried when they came in. And I'm just like, she loves me so much. People, y'all don't know how much I love Ochi. After playing Pikmin 4,
I showed you the
like,
Ochi Figma Good Smile thing, right? Did I send you that? Yeah,
yes, and
I thought I did.
yes, because I think I need to. I think I'm a pre. It's on pre-order.
I think it's on. I think it's up for pre-order now.
Yeah, I gotta see how things go because I think I'm going to pre-order it because I will want that with the Pikmin on it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool, man. I'm really jealous. I always wanted one of those, but I never got one. But
Hmm.
that's how it goes, I guess. But let's see. In terms of my collection, there's very few like. I mean, there's things I don't want to get rid of, but if I had to, like, to pay rent or something, like, absolutely. But there are specific like games in terms that have sentimental value to me that I would never get rid of. Um,
Hmm.
I would never get rid of like my Mario 64, my original N64 copy of Mario 64, or my original Link's Awakening, uh, Link's Awakening DX Game Boy Color uh, version, right? Or, um, I would never get rid of my launch consoles, uh, or the consoles that I got at, like my N64, my GameCube. Um, but like, and then I guess the last thing would be like, the games that I lost in one way or another, that are the originals that I have since replaced, I wouldn't ever get rid of, like Twilight Princess on GameCube. Like, that game means a lot to me in a lot of sentimental
Hmm.
ways, as much as it does in terms of it being a great Zelda game. But like, I will never ever 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 get rid of that, ever. Um, same with like Kingdom Hearts 2, or there's various other games from that era that I would just never get rid of. Halo 3, and it's a like, I have the helmet. I wouldn't care if I had to sell the helmet. It would suck, but like, I would keep my copy of Halo 3 because it's important to me in more ways than just playing Halo online, right? So, uh
Hmm.
those sort of things I would never get rid of. But I guess if you're talking about
Shoot.
in terms of like collectible, like, I don't know, like, it's more of like my my old toys like Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers that I wouldn't get rid of, and then like gaming collectibles, you know.
She said that when you was mentioning the gay stuff, Corey, that's how I feel like we Eternal Darkness, like would never get rid of it.
Yeah. Um, like I like having my cool stuff, but most of it at the end of the day is just stuff, and there are things that are more important than that stuff. And I think that as we get older, we realize that sort of thing, right? Instead of like, oh, I need this, I have to have this. It's more of like I like to have this. It's nice to have in the background of a show or like have on my shelf to feel nostalgic about. But like, I mean, if I knock on wood, geez, I don't ever want to say this because a lot of it is happening lately in the world, but like losing a job or, you know, needing money for my kids to eat dinner tomorrow, like I would sell everything in a heartbeat for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
There's very few things I'd be like, it would really suck if I had to get rid of that. But um, yeah, I don't know, man. There's my original Game Boy, I think I would never get rid of. Like I have it. I have my original Game Boy complete in box in a vinyl, like a vinyl protective case, uh, like a plexiglass case protected so nothing can happen to it. You know, like I have like the link cables, the Tetris instruction manual, like all the papers and the inserts that came with it, even the dumb little styrofoam flap that goes on top of the styrofoam to keep it inside the styrofoam. I have like I would never get rid of that. So even those nasty little headphones that they came with like the red and the blue circles on them to know which one goes in the left ear and which one goes in the right ear, like those ones.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are so nasty, dude. But I have them. You know, they're in the bag still in the box. So that's probably like the out of everything I own, that that is like the most important thing. That would be the last thing I would ever think about getting rid of is that. So I don't know. I know that doesn't really answer your question, but it kind of does for me, I guess. Because that in and of itself at this point is a collectible, right? Like the original Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to fix the screen though. It's very just choppy, doesn't work, but not like I'm going to play it. But if I'm going to play Game Boy, I'm going to play the Game Boy Pocket. But man, Game Boy Pocket, what a sexy little machine. The analog came out and basically made the Game Boy Pocket, but sleeker and sexier and cooler. Ugh.
Yeah.
I still kind of regret never getting one of those analog pockets, but also they're $300, and I mean that's
Yeah.
5 Switch games, man. So you know that's like 2 Fire Emblem Collector's Editions. Come on.
Right. Right.
By the way, I can't wait to see what the Fortune's Weave Collector's Edition is.
Not ready for that one.
I know. All right, Ed. Let's get on with our next question. This one comes from Chloe K via email. Hey, Pow Block. I've been listening for a while, but wanted to write in to ask a question based off my recent pickup of Triforce Heroes on the 3DS. Do you think Nintendo will ever make a fully open world Zelda spinoff with multiplayer? Or would that break the formula too much? Thanks for delivering the best Nintendo pod out there.
So, Chloe, thank you for asking this question. Um, so we have Four Swords on GameCube. Um, the fact that they wouldn't do a multiplayer open world game is that um the Legend of Zelda games are kind of yeah, they're designed to be single players, like for the main game, and I think with with the open world stuff, with you being as Link the model has always been you going on the adventure by yourself. Um, and when like Triforce Heroes and Four Swords and like the multiplayer kind of games and stuff, those are side games to expand the use of the console or the hardware and coming up with games to play with your friends. Um, and you also got to think of different levels of experience with the Zelda games and solving puzzles and stuff. But if you're trying to have an open world, full fledged The Legend of Zelda title, that follows in, I won't say canyon, but in the single player main games, with some of the side games still being like when you're the train and or like the 3DS and DS ones, you the character Link is designed to be you. You're supposed to be linking to that character. You're supposed to be linking to Link. So that's the reason why he has his name. So if you're gonna go in this open world style game, you need to have it as a single player. And adding multiplayer will break the formula because if there are puzzles designed to have multiple characters on it, you may not enjoy it because then you got to start scheduling with people. You got to play with people online, and some people online may want to ruin your time trying to enjoy a dungeon or to enjoy the experience of the Zelda game and stuff. So I think, unfortunately, Nintendo would not make a multiplayer open world Zelda game due to the fact that the main games the main games are for you as a player to experience the story and the world that the Zelda team and Monolith Soft have come to get together, created, and produce to the players for it. So unfortunately, I they won't do it because, like you said, it will break the formula for it and the design of the game and that experience.
So I'm a little bit of the opposite mind of you, Ed.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I actually think you made a lot of good points. I think that the multiplayer game that actually fills that void for Zelda fans, I think, is actually Hyrule Warriors. It's not open world by any stretch, but like that is the multiplayer Zelda experience. Or like you said, Triforce Heroes and Four Swords are also the multiplayer experience, right? Where you're solving puzzles and going through dungeons and stuff together. But like
Yeah.
there I think I think with the success of games like Destiny and The Division, even extraction shooters like Arc Raiders and Marathon upcoming, I think there's a way you could visit a Zelda open world and solve puzzles with friends without having to be bogged down by players you don't know. And also, Triforce Heroes, if I'm not mistaken, gives you the option to play the game by yourself and play as the multiple heroes and assign them different tasks. Am I correct?
Mhm.
So,
I think so.
so I
Yeah.
think there's a way to have that cake and eat it too, in a way. I think you can definitely do that. Would it be challenging? Yeah. Would you play as Link? I actually think you could set this in the world of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and play as like, the champions, or you could play as maybe your own character in that world, or
Mhm.
I think there's multiple things you could do where you don't necessarily have to play as Link. Even though Link is like obviously the focal point of the series. I mean, we've gotten 2 games in the last couple years where Link is not the playable character. So,
But they use his ideal and design still in the game.
Right, but Hyrule Warriors,
It-
Link is not in the game. Age of Imprisonment.
but they contain a person who's supposed to represent him and play like him.
Yes,
I understand. I understand.
I mean, that's obvious when you play the game, but
Obvious,
it's
but
still
the
like
actual
not.
Link is still not in the
Yeah,
game.
it's still like not Link. So, I think there are ways you could do that within Zelda. I think it would be an interestingly tall task for Nintendo to do, though.
But that's why I say if it was a side game, yes, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a side.
Nintendo wouldn't do it.
Definitely be a side game, a spin-off game, or like a like a Triforce Heroes or Four Swords or something, right? Where like it would be categorized in that same vein.
I'm thinking the question is, and I may be wrong, would they ever make a game that is part of the mainline series?
Oh,
part of the canon series.
I didn't take it like that.
That's the idea that I'm getting.
So
that's why I said,
would Nintendo ever make a fully open world Zelda spin-off with multiplayer? That's what the question says.
Spin-off. Oh, spin-off of multiplayer.
So
oh yeah, okay. So that's why I said Four Swords and that. I don't think they would do that's why I said I don't think they would do a side game like that. I mean, I didn't say side game. I was thinking of a mainline game. No, they wouldn't do it and stuff. I didn't hear the side game, the spin-off game and stuff. But for some reason, I still don't think they would.
Open world is a tall task, right? Like even I mean, even you look at Destiny, right? Like the planets are open world hubs essentially, right? But it's not like a fully. It's hard, right? Because like the planets are open world, but it's not like you can't just fly from one planet to another, right? They're like hubs essentially that you go to with your fire team, or you land in an instance where there's other players, but you're not like, So I guess it depends on what kind of multiplayer game do you want it to be. Do you want it to be like a persistent online multiplayer game like a Destiny or a Division, or would it be more of like a online offline sort of thing?
And then you have to communicate with everybody through game chat. So if you are not used to game chatting and stuff and being able to like really, I mean, Nintendo would do it to really get that functionality out. But you got to be willing to chat with people, and like hopefully you are a person who do like to talk, because I'm like, if you gotta talk to strangers and try to solve it and everybody's not gelling, hopefully the people that you're talking to are your friends. That definitely would be a benefit. I could see that happening. But I just think that with Zelda, you really need to have experienced people who know puzzles. Because sometimes the Zelda games could get really tricky with the puzzles. And not everybody is a puzzle person when it comes to it, And I'm using the puzzle and not the fighting stuff, because the fights could always be easy. You can make the fights feel like it's a Devil May Cry game or a Hyrule Warriors game. You can always do that, but it's going to be the puzzles that's going to be in it, and you guys really have to work together, talk it out, plan it out, and try things. To get it, because I'm just like four people who gotta talk and deal with engineering stuff to solve puzzles and in an open world Zelda game,
Yeah, I mean, again, this is all like hypothetical, and Nintendo will probably make some sort of multiplayer thing at some point, right? Like a Four Swords or something. But right now, like, just to kind of put a bow on this conversation, I think I think the game that they want you to think is their multiplayer game is Hyrule Warriors, and I think that's what you're going to get for now.
Yes.
So, which again is a fun. It's a nice experience as a multiplayer game, but that's what you're going to get, I think, as multiplayer. So, all right, let's get on to this next question. YouTube comment from Ravi P42. Hey, Pow Block, I love your comments on the growing and seemingly infinite backlog of games. How do you prioritize games when there are just so many? I feel overwhelmed. I need your elite block strategies.
Well, I mean, it changes year by year.
It changes
I
every day.
but because the thing about it is, if you have a series, you could go like really dig into series. I kind of would say that if you own older games, like games that you bought that still wrap, take I would say get those games out of the wrapper and get some playtime. I think the biggest thing that you have to do is have commitment. And I think with the commitment, you may want to talk to people. You may want to plan how you do your backlog on like what chapters you want to do, what powers you want to get to. You know, you have to set a goal for yourself. For me, you know, yes, I have a lot of games that I buy that I haven't started that I need to get into. But you know, when I get into the summertime, I like to do my backlog bash blowout. And what that is that I pick 4 games. I give a game 2 weeks to play. And it will start from that it I actually started on a Monday, and it would go um from that Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday. The last day I played for it would be Sunday. Whatever my progress is in that game, whether I finish it or not, and I do have to, you have to add work and other obligations. You have to factor that into it. Once that 2 weeks is up, move on to the next game. Make progress in there for the next 2 weeks, move on to the next game. And you would do it for June and July. Now, if you want to do it from May to August or wherever the summertime is, you can, but you have to give that game 2 weeks, and you cannot play anything else until that 2 weeks is up.
Yeah. I actually thought about
So
doing
that's
a backlog February. You know how people do the 4 weeks, 4 games in 4 weeks type thing, Ed?
yes.
I actually thought
Yes.
about what if we did that for
Mhm.
Pow Block over the course of the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks or whatever for February. I don't know. Is that something you're interested in trying to do, or?
I mean, yeah, because I think me and you, we have games that we both own
Oh, I have
that we
games
have not
lined
started.
up, dude, for a backlog. Like, no joke.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do that.
I mean, we can talk about
Um,
off air, obviously, but I was just
yeah,
thinking out loud.
yeah. And if you're a person who loves to write and or do like have projects and stuff, because like in March I like to write about not the beauty of video games. I like to write about coloring games, and so I like to in March I like to play colorful games to talk about as spring comes in and being just bringing color back into the world after the winter and stuff. I like to talk about games that use maybe different art styles or this pop of color, what it represents and stuff, and games that do it so well to celebrate that, hey, we're in March and stuff. I like to talk about that. So maybe you may set a goal that you want to write or talk about it with your friends and play colorful games. It could be, you know, um you want to play something light. You just don't always want to play anything dark and stuff, dark and neon, but you want to play colorful stuff, something that represents spring. You may be able to do that and stuff. Of course, there's always book clubs that you could join, or book clubs that you can watch. Maybe it's a game that they already did for a book club that's in your backlog. Maybe you could play up to it. Min-Max is a great one. I love when Min-Max do it too. Like they'll set like we're playing the first 3 chapters of this game, and you before you watch that episode or even some of our stuff, and if you haven't beat it or played it, play those games and then watch an episode. And you could agree with us or disagree with us that stuff. We always would love to have a comment on our old videos and stuff. So I mean, there's ways to go about it. So that would be my recommendations. But yeah, Corey, I'll be down for playing games for February backlog wise.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely talk about it when we're done with the episode or offline or on text or whatever, but like...
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, one more thing. So I think they're still up on Boss Rush. Me and Corey used to do a series called Pod and Play. And we got different games from different systems, and there might be some games that is on Switch and Switch 2, or maybe in your personal backlog for whatever system. We could watch those episodes, and if our discussion about what we talk about and what we play, if that's something interests you, even though we're using that one game to play and talk and stuff, maybe our discussion will help you get into that game and you want to see it to the end. You can always check out Pod and Play also.
Yeah, it's I don't know, there's probably like 40 something games in that series somewhere. So
yes,
it is on the Boss Rush YouTube channel. I mean, it's a series from our old network, but we did move those videos over. So I don't know. That was a cool idea. I wish we had time to do more of that type of thing. But maybe we will in the mid future. Who knows? I still want to do like spoiler casts for games that we haven't done yet. So
yeah,
I mean, we were going to do one for Fire Emblem Warriors. We were going to do one for Donkey Kong that we never did, and because I never finished it, and I don't know, we were supposed to do a bunch, and there's time, man. We'll get there.
Time a lot.
It's fine. Everything's fine. So yeah, my opinion is just play a game that is catching your eye, and if you're not feeling it within the first, hour or so, couple hours, I mean, sometimes some games take longer to get into than others, obviously, but like, then just check it off and say I tried, or maybe put like a little mark next to it and say this is a game that I would like to come back to, but I'm just not feeling it right now, and move on to the next one. I've done that several times over the course of the last couple months, just because I haven't been able to find something that I wanted to play, really. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I ended up on Fire Emblem, so that tells you everything you need to know. I mean, I was looking forward to playing it anyway, but it was like I couldn't find what I wanted to play, something new. I still need to finish Final Fantasy VII. I just didn't feel like going back to that right now, so I started Fire Emblem, and I said, "Here we go. Let's try it. Let's play it." And yeah. All right, let's get to this. We have 3 more questions here. So, Ice Malone 330 via Blue Sky. That's our friend Deshaun.
Hello, Deshaun.
He says, "Yo guys, I got a question. I know it's been a while, but I was wondering, with NSO being so big and the recently announced console archives, the growing amount of gaming collections, and the amount of consoles that are out there, do you think Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 is the best place for retro gaming now? I love y'all. Thanks for everything." We love you too.
So I was
keep writing in. So
I would say yes, it is. Um,
yeah, we're
it,
getting cool borders, man.
but I want to preface this. Yes, it is because of course, we talked earlier about NSO and all of the little games that's come there. Um, I think people need to factor in, definitely here in America, is that when some of these collections got the Japanese games that never came here and stuff, Switch that makes Switch and Switch 2 the system for retro game collection and stuff, because those are games that you can't get on Steam. Those are games that you can't get on Epic Games. um, and so, and with the collection games like Ikaruga and stuff, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection, with Konami, bringing all of their versions of games. Like, yeah, you can find those on other systems, but people are so happy that it's on a Nintendo system because, you know, uh, they could take that stuff on the go. It shows how much people care about the physical stuff.
I mean,
So I think that
I mean, not
okay,
to cut you off, but like,
no, no,
look at. I mean, just you said they like to take their classic games on the go. I mean, look what Microsoft is trying to do with the ROG Ally, and what Sony is doing with not just the Portal, but Project Canis, which is their code name for their handheld device for their next system, right? Like they are trying to do what Nintendo is already doing. Um, the thing is, right, is that yes, all these other games, you could have as many retro games as you want in these collections, but none of these companies are ever going to have Nintendo games, right? At least legally, right? Because obviously,
right.
unfortunately, emulation exists on in many ways that are illegal, or at least lawfully questionable at the very least. But I mean, would it be cool to have like something like Horizon on a handheld? Yeah, but like also they're never going to have Zelda or Metroid or Mario or Pokemon, or there's games that are like them, right? Like Astrobot is a clear inspiration from Mario, and it's a great platformer and everything, but still it's not Mario. It's not Zelda. It's not, these games aren't Metroid, you know, as much as they want to be, which is fine. I mean, there's a whole generation of gamers that don't know anything about those characters, and
Mhm.
that's fine. But also, like, that's the power of Nintendo trying to push the My Mario stuff, building the theme parks, doing the movies and the TV shows right now, right? Like they're expanding in hopes to gain the audience that, like, I mean, look what Sega is doing with Sonic, right? Like the Sonic movies are huge, to the point now where Sonic is a movie star, and there are games based off the movie star instead of like Sonic being a video game character with movies, right?
Yeah.
Like my nephews saw the Sonic movie and didn't know that there were Sonic games until after they saw the movie, right? Um, that which is wild to me, but that's where the generation of kids that's growing up right now. Unless these characters are in Fortnite or Minecraft, right, as like a skin or whatever, like the amount of kids that have played these games with these characters in it is very small. So um I think that this, like, the NSO experience is so important for Nintendo to keep their history in front of people.
Mhm.
I think it's important that they keep going, and which is another reason why I think the Wii is so important to get on here, is because there's a lot of 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds that grew up playing the Wii and are nostalgic for the Wii because it's a retro console now. Vomit
Yes.
everywhere. um, I can't believe the Wii was 4 Nintendo generations ago, dude. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Like, we are. I don't even want to get into it. So yeah, I think it's important. I think that this retro museum collection of sorts of games, whether it's NSO or this Hamster console and arcade archives, or the Mega Man Legacy collections, or even these remakes of the Resident Evil games. Like, these classic games, they need to live on in a way that benefits the history of gaming, because it's weird being part of that first generation growing up on these games, right? And growing up with these games. It's like going back to watching movies from like the 50s and the 60s, right? Like, where it's probably how my dad feels about when they, TVs were around when he was born, but like only the richest of the rich people had TVs, right? He remembers when they got their first TV, like, that's wild to me. But like, that's us growing up with video games and having an Atari 2600 in our living rooms instead of an Xbox 360 or a Wii in our living rooms growing up, right? Like,
that was me when my mom got her first VCR.
Yeah. Like, I remember the Atari 2600 and how crazy that was coming into our living room, right? And like, the NES was already out, but I was young, right? So like, but then I remember when I played the NES for the first time and the Genesis for the first time, when my cousin brought them over, and playing, Double Dragon and Mario 2 and Duck Hunt and like all these crazy, like, what a shift from the Atari that was, right? Like,
yeah,
that was such a huge shift. And like, there's no shifts like that these days, and there's not going to be for a long time. There have been things that have tried VR headsets, motions, connect and move, 3D TVs, the 3DS, even, right? Glasses free 3D. Like, there have been attempts at this, but it's the biggest jump in gaming right now is the capability of the Switch, and like taking your gaming libraries anywhere you go, right? The Steam Deck and the Switch 2 are the two most innovative things that gaming has seen in generations at this point, since Xbox Live, probably, it feels like, and so like, keeping this library alive and these retro games alive, and I'm the person that, like, I don't really go back to old games, really, which is my problem, not anybody else's, but like, I still recognize that the importance of these games, even playing like newer versions of these classic games. Like, my favorite version of Mario 2 is the Game Boy Advance version of Mario 2, right? Like, in my opinion, that's the best one. There are 3-4 versions of Mario 2, right? The NES, the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy Advance. There's probably another one released somewhere, but like,
would you count the Wii collection one?
Maybe, but that's just,
but the Wii is the collection
that's
of
just
the
the Super Nintendo one. So
yeah.
But like, the Game Boy Advance is my favorite one, but that doesn't mean I don't want to revisit the NES version at some point, Sorry, I know this isn't really answering Deshaun's question, but I do think that the Switch and the Switch 2 are the best places to play these retro games, or these classic games, or these reimagined games. I mean, we're getting the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy on the Switch 2. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But also, the original Final Fantasy VII is on Switch, and it, like, I think that aspect is also very important, of like, here's the new one, but here's the original that you can compare and play and whatever. So yes, I do think that all of this is important, and the best place to play these classic games, because at the end of the day, like you said, Ed, these collections are on other consoles, but like, this is the only place where you can play the Nintendo stuff in a real major way, and they just keep coming out.
And that's why I said, like, with the Japanese games that come on NSO
Mm-hmm.
that never has been released here in America. That's the best way to play them. You can't play them on Xbox or PlayStation or even Steam or Epic Games. Like there's Japanese NS Famicom games that's on the system that you can only play on NSO.
Mm-hmm.
That's retro,
Yeah.
and that's a great deal, and that's why I would even just expect with NSO expansion, you get to GameCube is a good perfect example. You get to play the UK version of these American games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If some of their games are designed different than America,
Yeah.
but you got the opportunity to play them. They're part of your subscription.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. That's what I've been arguing, and we're gonna get into the next question. I think that's what I've been arguing about Game Pass. Game Pass, Game Pass have the ability to offer unreleased games that are finished if there is a possibility, or games that have been canceled, and put it on that service. Give those who are paying for Game Pass a great benefit of having that system by offering games that you can't play nowhere else that has been unreleased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all right, let's move. We could talk about I mean, this could have been a whole expansion pass itself, I think. I feel like a lot of these questions could be expansion passes. Maybe we'll do that, or maybe we'll pick questions in the future of like, these questions probably deserve a little extra time.
We'll expound more on.
Yeah. So our next question comes from Marcus N via email. Hey, Elite Black Agents, I saw that you said episode 500 was coming up and wanted to congratulate you all on the success. My question is this.
Thank you.
What are you planning to do for the 500th episode? What are you thinking of? Another list like 300? Looking forward to the discussion. Love the show, and cheers to the next 500.
So right now we have some things under wraps that we can't talk about just yet.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely talk about it before the 500th episode, but also like
yes,
what Ed said.
yes. But we are gearing up to deliver a great show. It's just right now we have to keep things under wraps. So we do hope that you look forward to it.
Please be excited, as Square Enix would say.
Yeah. I kind of would love though for you guys who are watching and you too, Marcus, if you've been going back on our past episodes or even expansion pass, we would like to know a list. What was your top 3 episodes of Nintendo Pow Block? If you want to pick one or remember and stuff, I would love to hear maybe your top 3 episodes of Pow Block.
Yeah. And like, I imagine I would like to do some sort of dumb list of like our favorite Nintendo games or whatever, right? Of whatever, I don't know. Maybe we'll do like a few things for episode 500, but yeah, I mean, what does the audience want us to talk about for the episode 500? Also, like, what does that look like for the audience? Like, how does that fit into a concept of a plan, as people like to say?
Oh, that one person, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just really excited that we get to celebrate this milestone together, and like, there's a lot of ups and downs throughout this entire show, and questions, and it went away for a while and came back because of decisions we thought would be beneficial, and then I don't know, but I feel like we've been in such a good place with this show for so long now that like it's worth celebrating such a major milestone and doing it in a way that only we kind of may or may not know how to do. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for what we have planned. Stay tuned. We will let you know. Maybe there'll be a stream with me and Ed in the same place. Maybe, possibly. We'll see. So, but yes, thank you for listening. And gosh, dude, another 500 episodes. We're going to be like doing this from the nursing home somewhere.
As long as God continue to bless. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Oh boy. We're could you imagine us hitting episode 1,000, Ed?
I can.
I mean, we both said like we're gonna do this show until one of us is like literally unable to do it, but man,
Exactly.
that's so long away, man. Like my daughter would be like graduating high school at that point. I don't want to think about that at the moment.
Yes.
She's already super bossy. I don't want to, My son is too, though, so who knows? They're both already teenagers. Doesn't matter. Our final question comes from longtime listener Sam Hall. Writes in and says, "Hey guys, simple question for you. What is the one franchise you want to see come to the Switch 2 and why? First party Nintendo, of course. Do you want it to redefine the franchise or do you want it to feel cozy and right at home with the rest of the series? Thanks for the great content as always."
Let's see.
I mean, in terms of series on the Switch, I still think that the Kid Icarus game that would be like a Breath of the Wild style game that was more vertical and more, kind of vertical / flying around, kind of exploring different areas. Like I still think that version of Kid Icarus would do really well. Like an open world vertical kind of RPG with a twist, maybe more RPG-ish along the lines of like a Xenoblade instead of or like an action RPG more than like a maybe more like a Kingdom Hearts almost, in terms of like an action RPG and visiting different areas of the Nintendo version of Greek mythology and that world. But I mean, that's not the one that I want the most. I think that would be like an incredible reinvention of that franchise that clearly needs some sort of reinvention. So I feel like Pit at this point is just a Smash character that people know, right? It's not like the last Kid Icarus we got was that weird 3DS thing, right? So like, I don't know. I mean, weird as in like it came with a stand because it broke your hands, essentially.
Of course. Okay, so normally I would say like Elite B agents and
Shocking.
Hotel Dust 123. Like I that would be like my answers. But I actually would love a Eternal Darkness. I would love a new one to come to Switch, or get a remake or a remaster.
Who would you
That
get
would
to
be
make that?
one. I know people have been saying Bluebird Team. They would want it. But and I know Sony owns them, but I always wanted Blue
Sony
Point.
doesn't own Bluebird Team.
But they own Blue Point.
Oh, Blue Point they do, but not Bluebird Team.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you said Blue
That's
Point.
what I said.
I thought you said Bluebird Team.
I did say Blue. So I said people want Bluebird Team to do it because of the Silent Hill stuff. But for me, in reality, and that's what I said. I know Sony owns them, but I would love to see Blue Point to do it because I feel like Blue Point does some phenomenal work with the remakes and stuff. That um uh, Shadow of the Colossus remake by Blue Point is phenomenal. And I haven't played it, but just looking at it and seeing it, I'm like, yeah, Blue Point is on. Blue Point is the panic button for
Dude, Blue Point
Sony.
is so good. I mean, they did those Metal Gear collections. They did. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
ported Titanfall to Xbox 360, which is where I played the first one, which was like
Yes.
a crazy port. Like, I can't believe that game was
Yeah.
running on a 360. Like, knowing what I know now about games and Titanfall and how things work, like, holy cow, that game was running. That game was running on an Xbox 360, dude. I can't believe my 360 didn't blow up.
Yeah. So, but like, yeah, I would love Blue Point if they weren't owned by Sony to like literally do it, because I just think they would take that and give it some good horror creepy vibes while still playing around with the sanity level. But I won't count out Capcom to do Eternal Darkness because of the RE engine.
Oh man, that would be like really weird if they did that. I mean, in a good way, but like still like Capcom doing that.
Because I couldn't give it to Koei Tecmo because of, Fatal Frame, like the Fatal Frame case. But I'm just like, I could see Capcom doing it and giving us some horror, because with Resident Evil, of course, they have, the design with the house and the level layouts and stuff. But I think Capcom could just like really, with the RE engine, like really bring us some scares, really play around with lighting. Of course, have that Capcom Devil May Cry look with their characters, but like they could up the horror. And Capcom is good at doing first person and third person horror. So I would say Eternal Darkness by Capcom, probably by the Resident Evil team, if so.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like.
And then Codename Steam.
Oh boy. Did you know that Codename Steam is listed under Fire Emblem in terms of series?
No.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, I was looking at what was I looking at? I mean, like not like 100% a Fire Emblem game, but on the Fire Emblem like wiki page, like Codename Steam is listed under there as a Fire Emblem game. I'm like, they don't.
But it's
I
way
don't.
different
I'm
design
like,
of a
I
game.
don't think so, but okay.
I mean, it's developed by Intelligent
I
System, but
know
I'm
that,
like,
but like, it's not even close
that's
to, uh,
right.
you know, like,
That's Abraham Lincoln is in that game. He's not in the Fire Emblem.
yeah, dude. We talked about 3 games Abraham Lincoln's in tonight, by the way. And then in case anybody
I would say
history people are out there and want to, you know, keep.
I would say Pokemon Conquest 2 would be a good one
Ooh,
to bring on
yeah,
Switch.
dude, that'd be such a. Oh man, yeah, Pokemon Conquest. Oh man, what an awesome DS game.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, dude, give me that
That's
all day.
that's low dude, that's low key greatness. And
Oh
people
man,
just don't give it its credit.
it's so good, man. It's so good. Oh man, it's a good one, man.
And even yeah.
It came out so late in the
It's
DS life cycle, and the 3DS had just like the 3DS had launched and was like going through that weird like the 3DS was getting popular because they had just announced that weird price drop in the ambassador program, and
yeah.
Pokemon Conquest was still coming out on the DS, like the regular DS. So, oh man, what a strange, cool, weird experiment that was. That we never. I can't believe I. That is one game I'm surprised we never got a sequel to. Actually, out of all the weird stuff Pokemon does, and like how popular Fire Emblem has become, like the fact that we haven't gotten Pokemon Conquest sequel is kind of mind-boggling to me. Oh man, that's a good one, Ed. That is a great one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard a noise upstairs. It sounded like something fell, but I don't want to go see what it is because I'm scared. Sana probably dropped her phone on the ground or something. Series I would like to see. I mean, I know this kind of feels like a cop out. I still want to see like a good Star Fox game.
Mm-mm.
And I think, but I think you got to get away from like the on rails shooting thing. Like you can have those in it, right? But I feel like, man, I feel like Star Fox Adventures is kind of like a light blueprint of what you could do with a Star Fox game. I almost, man, I know people are going to hate me for saying this, but I almost feel like you should be able to like go through these planets and like build up your ship and like with like resources and stuff and like create new weapons for your ship or like take on these bases to get certain things for your ship and then you go through like the classic Star Fox levels to get to the next planet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean I don't really know how you would do that at this point, but like I feel like we need a Star Fox game that like doesn't feel like it's 30 years old.
What is the one flying game that's popular with all the planets by Sean Murray?
Oh, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. So people may think like, how does Nintendo do a version of normal No Man's Sky in order to make that Star Fox game? Would be the question.
I mean, I still think that game that Ubisoft did was really good, Starlink, right?
Yes.
Like I still think that
Mm-hmm.
Star Fox campaign they put in there was like really good. Like, I mean, it's definitely the best Star Fox experience we've gotten since the N64, in my opinion. But
Okay, so I I would say Star Fox, but anyone who has played Inside Bowser's story, there's a point where Mario and Luigi have a vertical 2D shoot 'em up, and I could see a DS like style game or a Switch style game vertical shoot 'em up with Star Fox and stuff. Give me 10 levels, charge
I
$14.99 or 19.99. Just make it a digital copy and like make it almost like an arcade game.
like a R type thing or like a vertical shooter,
Yeah,
like a top down vertical shooter almost.
top down vertical.
That would be
Yes.
so crazy to go because like obviously Star Fox for Super Nintendo was like it's famous for putting polygons on a Super Nintendo, right? Like a 3D game on a
Mhm.
16-bit system, which was nuts at the time. It'd be so crazy with all this technology and everything if they actually did that and went backwards with Star Fox of like now we have a pixels bullet hell shooter, right?
Hey, Treasure did Sin and Punishment for Nintendo. They got Ikaruga.
I know.
They got Radiant Silver Gun. Treasure has like history. Nintendo could throw them some coins and they could do that a bomb innovative Star Fox.
Yeah.
I would pay $29.99 for that mug.
I mean, knowing Nintendo, they'd probably charge 60 or 70.
Oh, then they're gonna have to add a whole bunch of they're gonna have to add a whole bunch of content.
I mean, I'm sure it would be like full of content, but
Mm-hmm.
man, I just thought of one and now I forgot. You said Treasure
Well,
and
actually,
Ikaruga, and I'm
because they could, because
oh
Gunstar Heroes, it's their 2D Gunstar Heroes slash Contra. Because Treasure before they became Treasure, they made Contra 3. So they could do 2-level shoot 'em up action
mhm.
and stuff, and then like the more you spend and stuff, you can buy parts for your ship or add to your gun and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you could do like DLC, uh, like summer DLC or winter DLC or stuff like that for like $4.99 or something.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I would really like to see, Ed, and we've brought it up before, but I would really love to see Nintendo make a pixel game called Super Mario Brothers 4.
Mm-hmm.
And they just make a true sequel to Super Mario Brothers 3 in terms of like, and it can be a 16-bit game, be a 32-bit game even, but like a pixel art 2D platformer that's very simple, and you get power-ups and everything. Like I think that would be one of the coolest things for Nintendo to do right now. I mean, with everything going on and everything, like just like everybody's trying to be innovative and everything, like I just think Mario 4 would be such a baller move.
Mm-hmm. I would buy it.
I feel like that would be so cool if they just did that. And like, yeah, you can play as Luigi, you can play as Toad. Like the Mario Wonder character lineup is like, yeah, go with that. But like,
Throw it old school. Throw it that retro style with some modern flair.
yeah,
Or, because I'm like, you guys did it with Super Mario Maker, so it's not like you can't do it.
Yeah. But I think, in all honesty, I would really love to see that. And I hope that someday that maybe they would try to do that, but I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah.
It's a hot maybe, Ed. It's a hot maybe. So
with fudge on top.
But that's it, Ed. That's all we got. We did it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Well, I'm just gonna quickly get into my final thought. If you guys are watching this on Wednesday, you know that Valentine's Day is this Saturday. If you have a gaming partner or a partner in general, I do recommend play snipper clips or play something co-op and have fun with somebody. If you are single, it's okay. Play a cozy dating game.
Nintendo's featuring dating sims on the eShop right now. I don't know if you saw that or not, Ed.
I just seen it. Yes. Yeah. Or it is a Saturday and stuff. Whether you have a partner or you single, for this Valentine's Day, just uh feel the love. Love yourself, love others, let others love you and stuff. It's a day, this a night to order some pizza, have some good drinks, kick it with friends, and enjoy the time. Whether you have someone or you don't have someone, really just pour into love. So that is my my final thought. Yeah, play something cozy, have some kind of fun, or hang out with friends if you can. But like really, if you can make it something special for yourself, make it something special for yourself. For me, I know I'll be working, but I'm gonna treat myself to a nice breakfast and probably play some games before I have to go to work and everything. And then just send out love to all, not only my elite block agents, or our elite block agents, but to everyone from Boss Rush and other content creators and followers and stuff. So yeah, that's my final. Yeah, that's my final.
Nice.
You, Corey?
I mean, this coming out after the Super Bowl, so I was gonna say everybody be safe this weekend, but I guess weekend already happened for most people seeing this. But yeah, I just I've been going through a lot of old stuff recently and like looking at old conversations that we were having and just having fun kind of revisiting old stuff and just like remember my thought is just remember fun, because there's a lot of things online of people just like being angry at people having fun or people enjoying the things that they enjoy, right? Or like, you know, things like that. So if you enjoy something, don't be afraid to enjoy it. Just enjoy it. And, you know, if people don't like it, then that's their problem. Just there's a lot of things that we are allowed to enjoy that people may or may not like, and that's fine. And I encourage you to pursue that fun, because life is too short to not enjoy yourself in the things that you love and the people you love. If you are, you know, have people in your life.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, Corey.
Another classic short episode, Ed.
That says the 4-hour mark. Well, everybody, thank you for watching and or listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. If you joined us live, follow or subscribe to the channel you're watching if you haven't done so already. If you're watching later on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Whether it's on today's topic or a new idea we could discuss in a future episode. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, consider leaving us a 5-star rating and a nice review, as it helps us with discoverability and reach. You can support Boss Rush on Patreon at patreon.com/BossRushNetwork at a tier that's right for you. You can even follow for free and gain access to all of our base shows on our feed. Thank you again for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Woohoo!
Bye.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork.
The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Francisco Santillan, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., and Fitzpatrick.
Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.